Sounds good. Susan, do you want to MC on that? Yeah. All right. We'll just give it about 30 seconds more to just lead in on the stream. Yeah. I've made very brief notes on mine. We shall. Yeah, Matt did do 1-2 hours ago in announcements. So yeah, we just had the 2 hour start of 15 seconds. I put a long pad here because there's something wrong with the Wi-Fi. Maybe slowing. All right, so yeah, we'll go live.
I'll do plenty of the killing myself.
Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, or good evening, depending where you are, and welcome. We are going to be doing some Twilight RPG today, Ashes of Power, and I'm going to hand over to our GM, Susan. How are we today?
I'm doing very well. It is a lovely Friday evening. Got a lovely weekend ahead of me. And so this is a trial run of the TI RPG based on the Genesis system. If you're familiar with the new Star Wars RPG, you are familiar with the Genesis system. And yeah, we'll just kind of go around, introduce people and the player and the characters they are playing. We will start with Big Al.
Yeah, so I'm Big Al Cappuccino, and I will be playing as an extra character, Undersecretary Sheliax, or Big Shell, as my AKA.
Drago.
Drago Thaxton here. I'll be playing as Ked Casas, the Argent Flight Caleris investor. Very serious. Call me Ked.
Kid.
Frox.
Yeah, I'm Brox, and I'll be playing Syndra of the Brass Dunes. I am a Hakan Wayfarer, and let's just say I'm probably up to no good.
Absolutely. Teaspoon.
Hi, Holy Teaspoon. Send a shout out to the async server that's hosting on it. Pride of my free time. I'm playing, not familiar with the Genesis system, excited to learn. I'm playing Doctoral Candidate Teroy, a Hylar field scholar that is anxious to share a secret he's not supposed to share. He is on the edge of explosion, internal explosion, with knowledge he's not supposed to share.
Can I just say one thing real quick? You're the only actual doctor to role play wanting to do their doctoral program over again. So, you know.
Deep.
And last but not least, Kyle.
I'm Kyle. My Discord name is K Ruthless, but I'm going to be playing a Titan character named Pello Pione. You can call me Pello for short. And I'm a little naive. I'm really book smart. Got a lot of knowledge in the brain, but not a lot of street cred. So I have no idea what's going on. You can probably take advantage of me, but we're gonna see how it goes. And apparently modifiable size.
Yeah, we were having a discussion about that. Like, we need an official lore ruling of just how Transformers Titans are. Like, can they adjust their size? Like, do they need to go into a shop to do it? Like, how exactly does that work? These are the answers we need, Absol.
Do they change the shell? Ghost in the shell.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And so, you all are agents of the Caleres, and everyone is logged in. Is everyone ready to get started?
Real quick, Frox, what was your character name? I'm making a note.
Syndra.
Syndra. Anything short?
Nope.
All right. Okay, Ruthless, what was yours again?
You can just Pello, P-E-L-O.
Hello. And Spoons?
Teroy.
Do you? Oh, okay. Oh, got it. I got it. Sounded good to go.
Let me turn Spoon up a little bit. Yeah, I had
Drago,
him
how do
turned
you
down.
pronounce your character name one more time?
Me, Drago.
Yeah.
Ked.
Ed? Okay.
I'm
What
gonna
am I
change my
supposed to be
name on
saying?
Discord.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
change
smart.
my name on the
That's
server to my
Oh, okay.
character name.
I'll do that.
very smart. I'll do it as well.
I had that as well,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if we wanted to.
No, that'll help because you get the overlay going. That's what we do in my other games too. So
And I don't have to because I'm the GM. This also gives me a chance to
hey,
let my
just
cat
change
out
it
of the room.
depending on what character you're role playing as. Just kidding.
Manage another thing.
Be right back. My cat is screaming at me.
Sure.
Oh, great! It's already started.
Screaming
Oh,
Cat
man.
Club.
Mm-hmm.
How do I edit my? Oh, there we go. Edit server.
Yeah, it's right. Click the server settings.
Hey, everyone's got super badass.
Say that again. I froze. Oh,
Everyone's got
yep.
super badass pictures.
Oh hell
I
yeah!
just got the freaking the standard Titan picture.
I see the stuff coming in off the sides too.
I love it.
All right. Shall we begin?
Yeah.
All right. And without further ado, Ashes of Power. The Flyer carries your Caleris team among the glorious, towering spires, far above the deeply scored, lightless chasms of Mechatol City's lower reaches. The ancient city is vast and glints in the setting sun. Few true ruins are visible, but you know that somewhere, beyond the distant horizon, begins the poisonous sea of desolation that covers the rest of this world. Over the low hum of the engines, you hear your Winarian handler speak and are reminded that this ride is also your final briefing. Attend, Caleres, I have much to elucidate in little time. Custodian Lore Master Pelahome Palonius, a solemn, pale green face is hard to read. This is the world Herald's Truce. The cabin hollow projector displays an image of a planet in slow orbit, with a glaring bright half fixed towards its sun, and an immeasurably dark half in permanent shadow. Contact with it is re-established by the galactic community scant years ago. Caleris Informant recently reported that the probable discovery there of an unknown Imperial-era technology. They also mentioned the presence of unsanctioned L1Z1X agents with an intense interest in this world. This was the source's final report. I am aware that you are newly sworn Caleris, but you are being sent to this world as an advanced team to learn what you can. And so you are in contact now with Pelham. If you have any questions about your mission, now is the time to ask them.
It's our main objective.
Your main objective is to go to the world to discover what this technology is, to discover what the L1Z1X are about.
What is the world's name again?
Herald's Truce.
Herald's Truce. And the L1 is there.
We have reports of L1 agents. We do not know if there are any L1 personnel specifically there.
And are you under the impression that there are to be found ancient technologies on this world you are talking about?
There are always rumors. You know that there are always rumors, but an agent of the Caleres did disappear as they were investigating these rumors, so there's perhaps some veracity to them.
Must be a naive agent. Always
It was a
keep your
good
guard
one.
up. Not good enough.
Well, hopefully you are up to the task. Any further questions, or are you good to attend to the task?
Who
we
is
have
to be
any?
leading this expedition?
Sorry, like 3 people talk there.
Who is to be leading this expedition?
He kind of waves his hand at the hollow projector. Decide amongst yourselves, like you're all new agents. Just show that you're leadership material.
We have any contacts on the planets that we would be meeting with at a drop point or a dead drop or anything like that?
We do not. This is a newly discovered world. We have no inbuilt information networks there, and also contact is likely dead and on the ground right now. There's perhaps some limited information you could discover about the world, about the political structure prior to going there if you wish to do some research before leaving.
So there's a terminal we can do some research on, like a computer.
Yeah, you're in Mechatol City. You know, there is an office for the Kalaris, so
We can Google
kind
it.
of go there. You can Google it.
Hell yeah! Let's Google Herald's
You can
Truce
roll
and see
those
what we
like
can
computer
find.
use skills.
Yeah. What
I think
what
it's
could I
called
roll?
Google here.
Yeah, I'll Twilight Google.
I think it's called Jugal because of the Jolnar invented it.
Oh, the
Or
John
Twiggle.
invented it. Well,
Twilight Google. Twiggle.
Yeah.
We're workshopping it, you know.
I've got Annals of the Custodians, and this is L1, and add blue to knowledge intellect checks about the Lazax Empire and its history, culture, and technology. So, will I have to choose between history, culture, and technology, or could I just do a Google search on the Lazax in respect to this planet?
Okay, so if you're researching the L1Z1X, is it Lizix L1Z1X? Like, I've never
think
actually
it's
heard most of these words
subjective.
pronounced.
Yeah,
What?
I think that's
Lizix and
subjective,
L1.
you just can't
Okay.
say.
Yeah. Because you said the L1 had interest in the planet. So I'm saying if I want to go and Google stuff about the L1, because they're the people we're probably going to be fighting or having to sort out, and I want to do it on a computer, is that possible?
It is absolutely possible. That said, like, most of what you would get back would be information about the L1 kind of in general if you're because you're specifically looking for information about the L1 and this planet.
Yeah.
That would make it a fairly difficult check. But
Let's
yes,
just start with L1 then, because I get a free dice with that. So
Okay.
And then it would be what check? Knowledge check, intellect.
Yes, it would be a knowledge intellect check, and so the difficulty on this is going to be hard, so 3 purple. I'm also going to give you a setback die because it's specifically about a specific planet.
Oh, okay. So we're getting the planet in there. Now, how do I choose this on the check down menu? I've chosen Undersecretary. And then
click your character, and then there should be a pull down option
knowledge.
menu. Yes, hit knowledge and
culture, law, science.
That's just kind of like knowledge
Doesn't
is a
matter.
general skill. Culture
Yeah, intellect
Just
gets
assume
2
that is
yellow
good.
dice, and then I get to add. Can you see the screen? Are we looking at the same screen now? We're using 2 yellow dice and 1 green.
So I can't see the dice until they're rolled.
Okay, so I've got 2 yellow, 1 green. I'm adding a blue because I'm using my special ability. You adding 2 which color?
You're adding 3 purple and 1 black, and you add those difficulty dice.
What? So I've got 2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 3 purple, 1 black right now.
Yes.
Rolling. Q. This is my first
First
RPG
roll.
ever, and I rolled and it
Hey.
failed.
Damn. In the
Right.
spirit of
Do I get false information?
No. With a failure, so this is kind of a narrative dice system. So there's both success and failures, and also advantage, disadvantage. You just failed, which means you kind of got nothing. You just kind of hit your head
Computer's
against the computer
broken.
for a little bit, and
I
Just
needed to play
nothing.
Pac-Man, to be honest, and I kind of interrupted him.
Yeah.
I get a little impatient.
now
I would like to try.
had you rolled some disadvantage, I might have used those disadvantage to give you some false information.
Cool. And did I hear you say that you used one of your story points to add that black dice?
No, I did not.
Okay,
In fact, I absolutely forgot to give you guys story points, so
Yeah,
I'm
we
going
each
to
got-
add those now.
1 in the
Can you
pool
explain
per
what
player?
story points are?
And
Oh,
then-
there they are. And then anytime we use one, it flips to you, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
What do they do?
So they have a number of uses. Like the most simple one is you can use a story point to upgrade or downgrade a check. You can make the check easier for you, harder for an enemy, or something to that effect. You can also use them narratively, and that's kind of one of the most fun uses of the story points. Like, say you're having a gunfight, like in a hallway, and you really want there to be a window next to you. You can flip a story point and ask, "Hey GM, is there a window next to you?" And guess what? Yes, there is.
So it's like cheat mode. IDK.
Oh, yeah,
But
but
the
Okay.
more we use, the more he gets to use against us.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You should use them all like immediately, so I could just like dump
Oh,
bad
yeah.
luck on you the rest of the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Just give me like 6 dark side points, and then you'll
We'll be
get
la-
intercepted by pirates on the way to the planet.
We'll be laughing with our bajillion dollars since we flipped all of ours to get that.
Money's so useful in uninhabited worlds.
I do have a question.
Yes.
How far are we from the planet?
You are, I believe it's 2 weeks. Let me confirm that. That's kind of part 2.
We're about to get to know each other real well, people.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I
don't-
don't want to know you at all, actually.
That seems awfully close-minded of you.
I want to sell you things.
How much?
So, and all of our comms relays only go into orbit. So 2 weeks away from a planet doesn't sound like we could contact the planet. Is that correct?
Oh, do we all have integrated relay? Is that something we all have?
I think we got different names for it. Like mine is called a combead, which is capable of
That's what
transmitting and receiving up to
what I have
1,000
as well.
kilometers or into orbit. And then Pillow, yours is.
Yeah,
I think you're
mine is
special because you're a
3,000.
type.
So
Yeah.
the combead is like your personal walkie-talkie that is between your mission. That's like the thing that you press into your ear so you can talk specifically to the rest of your team. There is interstellar calls. You know, you can you can absolutely like try and call the planets like on the ship, get on the long-range comms, that type of thing.
Can I go to the University of Mechatol Rex to look up information about this planet? What's the planet's name?
Herol's Truce, Herool Truce.
UMR.
Yeah, we're not leaving today, are we? Are
You
we
don't
leaving
have
right
to.
now? Okay.
Your Winarian handler, he did mention that there was a ship that was designated for you in the local docks. So as soon as you're ready to go, you can go to the docks and collect the ship. But if you want to do any prep legwork beforehand, you're free to do so.
So this is the pre-departure lounge, having a chat, getting our ducks in a row, and then we're going to head off.
Yes.
Sweet.
I want to loan a stack of books and download some articles about the planet to read on the way when I ignore my fellow travelers on the ship.
Absolutely.
Plus, find if there's any contact at the university of someone who, has done research or studied the planet, its history, its.
So I'm going to call this a computer use check. So go ahead and roll your computer skill. It's going to be, the area of the planet, so if you're just kind of doing a general geographical area, not too difficult. 2 purple to get specific stuff. That makes it a little bit trickier, so I'll add a black die. So 2 purple with 1 black, plus your computer use skill.
So that's 2 yellows and 2 greens, and then 2 purple and 1 black.
Yep.
2 successes, 1 advantage.
Awesome. So you are able to isolate quite a bit of information about the area in general and about the planet specifically. So you download that, and you will be able to review it during the 2-week journey to the planet. With the advantage, I'll keep that in mind. Well, I can either keep it in mind, or there's a number of ways you could use advantage, disadvantage, and there's a table in here which I can find and share. But you can just pass a blue die to the next person who acts. Is one of the basic things. So, advantages help your party out.
And since
Alright.
I'm a... sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Since I'm a Titan, can I, plug into the computer and scan the planet if there's any sleeping Titans?
When you're there, yeah.
Okay. They're too far out, so...
Yeah, it's 2 weeks away. Quite a ways.
2 weeks with hyperspace. It's pretty far.
Does anyone need any supplies before we leave?
You can assume that the ship will have your basic foods, that type of stuff to get you there.
I've got my bottle of Glenfiddich, so I think we're ready.
As well.
Halo is ready.
I think I'm all squared away.
And let's head to the ship.
I'm trying to go for a C-3PO voice. It's not really working for me.
Have fun, man. The dumber you listen, there's no such thing as a real accent. We're making them up.
Oh yeah,
Bad Scottish is actually just a dwarven accent.
it's true.
Hey, your
All right.
Titan accent's already better than Matt's was in there.
All right.
The
Okay,
cats, Susan. The cats.
that's not my.
They are.
That's my cat.
Isn't? Oh, it's your cat.
Yeah,
'Cause-
my bad.
You were turning green. I was like, what is going on with a cat?
It's me.
Okay.
We head to the ship.
Beam us up, Scotty. Take us away, Captain.
So, you've never seen this ship before, but you know that it is a Soul Overture class cutter, which has not yet been given a name. So you arrive at the hangar. So you can try to find the ship with an average perception check. Now, you can do a group check. So just the person with the highest perception takes the roll and gets some advantage, or you could each roll individually if you so choose.
I have no advantages on perception, so I say we just each roll individually.
Okay.
Or does
Oh, I
anyone
think
have it?
I think I do have something. I have modular senso familiars, which I can send out as a maneuver. I don't know if that applies here. You perceive what they perceive and add a boost to your perception and vigilance checks for that one. For
That
each one
absolutely
that is
does. You're sending out little drones to kind
Yeah.
of scan the area and let you find things easier. So this is a perfect use for them.
Perfect.
As he does that, I just kind of like sit back and I'm like, what is going on? You are seeing
Combined arms.
these
type
come
thing.
out of him, right?
Yes. So the difficulty is 2 purple.
Okay, so I go on the thing. I click 2 purple.
2
That's it?
purple, and then your perception skill. So long
How
as
do I-
your
Oh, I had to click on this character and then perception.
yeah, and that
Do
will
I need
add
to
the dice.
do I need to add in something else for the other things? For the sensors, do they have to like add dice or something?
Yeah, you said that it gave you a boost die.
Adds a boost to your perception and vigilance checks
So that is
for
a
each
blue die.
for each one that's attached. So if I detach 2, then I would add 2.
You would, yes.
Is that like a exhaustible thing? Like, do I have to wait for that to come back, or is it?
Not really. Well, like, so think of them as drones. Like, they're little drones. They're flying around. So long as they're flying around, you get the advantages.
Okay.
But they're also
I didn't know if it was like an exhaustible ability where I have to like wait for them to recharge or something.
Nah. It's mostly a narrative ability, but at the same time, like when they're out, like someone could like grab one, and then you
Pellet
wouldn't have
has
it.
obtained 4 successes.
All right, you find the heck out of that ship.
But
Finds
no
the VIN
advantages.
number.
Yet, pillow.
Finds the VIN number and learns it's been joyriding last week. Just kidding.
What would you
I-
have said, Bullseye?
I swim in little circles in my little fish tank while he does that.
Okay, so your drones as they're floating about, you're just kind of going down the aisle. You're like ship, not it, and then you find it. Like you find it, you see like fresh Galeris markings on the side, just a new coat of paint on this ship, and it seems beautiful, pristine, ready to fly. You also notice a large group of private security that are in front of it, and because you have 4 successes, they have not spotted you. They have not spotted the drones. But it does seem like they're kind of lounging with intent in front of this particular ship.
I like
Did you-
diplomacy.
did
You guys,
Oh, did you find anything? Pedro, did you find
Yes.
anything?
I found a
Did you
ship.
find-
that- I shall name it JRXS4550.
That's not very marketable, I don't think.
We can call him Junior for short.
Um,
It should get us to the
He's-
planet.
so how many men are in front of the ship?
Oh,
You
I
mentioned
didn't see
men?
that. I was only looking at the machines.
There are 4 people in front of the ship. And
I
they're-
wasn't sure if he had told us.
Oh shit!
Oh,
But
Yeah,
it
he-
does
I mean,
seem like
he
that's
did
up to
there
him
are
if he tells you.
Yeah.
But it does seem like there are some henchmen around it. Maybe they could be helpful to us.
Yeah, I want to
Right,
try
Odin?
use a bit of diplomacy to go talk to them before we assume the worst, I think.
Why does he call them henchmen? Why does he immediately call them henchmen? What is this?
Because they are in our service. Obviously, if it is our ship, they are for us, right?
Are
you
they
guys have
carrying?
servants?
Are they carrying weapons?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah, so I've got a nice Grav mace, which is a close quarters weapon, as well as a love of diplomacy. So I want to go over. I'm happy to pop over confidently by myself and have a chat while the rest of the team potentially takes
Are
up
there-
strategic positions.
Actually,
so that
may I recommend an angle? Maybe I walk up there and I act angry about them standing near my ship, and then maybe you come and smooth things over afterwards.
fair enough. I just
Are
know my
there-
tactical advantage is close combat, but
No,
Are there
absolutely.
any crates in the hangar that I could get a position behind?
If you flip a destiny point, there are.
Sounds like I want some shit, some things.
So,
So yeah.
Are you playing bad cat, good turtle? Is that the
No,
strategy?
yes. Well, so the thing is that I am going to give them space, and he comes in and makes the situation peaceful. Therefore, after. So he's like I'm like a cat giving space, and he's a peaceful turtle.
I'm gonna stand behind the big metal thing.
It's
Yeah.
behind me.
So there's this maneuver we have, and back home, we're in a back alleyway, and you maybe flash this, and I pull my gun out, and maybe they do what you want. Anyways, when I pull this out, and they don't do what I want, you come in. Sound good to you?
it sounds too late. But there you go. Let's do it. I'm not here to disagree.
No. Just to mechanically explain to you, I have an ability that gives me advantages on rolls if I flash my weapon, like in diplomatic rolls.
So you can threaten, extort.
Yes.
It's a morning Euro game.
Calculations.
Yes.
Here we
By
go.
my calculations, it has
So
a 30%
anyways.
success rate.
All right, so the two of you are gonna go deal with them. You're gonna go hide behind a crate, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna stand behind the robot.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got the big glass fish pole. So
Can I now make my size smaller so that
Bloop, bloop,
it covers less of the Jolnar?
it's likely to get hit. I
I'm
think
very
we get
small.
we get one
Right.
maneuver. If combat triggers, I think each person gets one maneuver, which is like move closer or duck and cover or something. Correct? So we still
Yeah.
get like an action maneuver or whatever
Uh,
before we.
My weapons list look like a parody. I have a pressurized plasma cutter, which I can only assume is a kitchen utensil, which is appropriate because I am a spoon. Then I have I have a spark prod, which
Oh
is
my God.
ranged weapon, which I can only assume is used to stun cattle. That's what I think it does. I don't know,
Alright.
but that's my
No, it's
thinking.
engaged. It's just like mine. So look,
But no.
I think the owl and the pussycat. I mean, the turtle and the pussycat are going to go walking up here. And have a convo.
But no, I want you to be out of the frame,
Okay.
and you storm in and smooth things over. That's what I want.
So long as you're happy
Hello,
that I'm gonna check your ass for being too abrupt and forthright as well. But let's
Well,
see how they
what is
react.
What is life without being a little catty? So, what were you saying, Susan? I'm sorry.
Pello had a question.
Might you need relaxing music to help things smooth over?
Ooh.
Beep.
Smooth
Yes, I
jazz
can.
start?
Some smooth jazz starts playing.
So just so you know, you can actually maybe hack their comms, and they could get that on their earphones. Would you like to try that, possibly?
Beep. Boop, boop.
Okay, has anybody got
Can I do that?
hacking
I don't
abilities?
know.
Has Titans got hacking abilities?
I mean that sounds like a computer skill check, and Cassie is like, if you're trying to sneak behind crates, then that's going to be a stealth check.
Oh, I'll go ahead and do that real quick.
Let me know when I can start my scene to walk up. I'll just let that be at your discretion, Susan.
So
Wait, how do I do a computer check?
okay, so we're getting a computer check and a stealth check,
Mhm.
and then you can start the extortion scene.
I do want to say one thing. Do not start the music until Al makes his. I mean, I'm sorry. What was your name again, Al, in the game?
Just go big shell.
Do not start the music until Big Shell makes his grand entrance.
Do you want some? Oh, I switched accent. Do you want some? Oh God, that's even worse. Do
Do it.
you
It doesn't
want some
matter.
suspenseful music?
You're a robot. You're fluctuating.
I don't. Well, let's just see if we can even make it happen. Do you begin
Okay,
your thing and then I leave? Like I just tell him to get at it and I get going. I'm impatient.
How do I even do a computer check? I actually don't know.
Same as your last check. Remember when you click your character, and then
Yeah,
you go down to.
I don't see computer as an option.
No, it's you have on your player sheet. It will have you. Oh, you can pick the thing. Yeah.
What do you want me to add to this stealth?
Oh, computers. Yeah, I have computers. It's under coercion, which similar thing.
I don't see that.
I mean, if you
Maybe
don't
I
have it, you could just roll an intelligence check.
Okay, do I just? Okay.
Here, let me see if I can help find it.
Is knowledge the same as intelligence?
Gino.
It is intelligence, yes, and your intelligence is 3, so you'll roll 3 green dice plus whatever Susan tells you to roll.
Okay.
Yeah, so their comms, they're fairly cheap, and if you're just trying to, they're using open signals. It's not going to be that hard. It's going to be 2 purple.
Okay.
One
One
failure,
failure and
one
one
advantage.
Ooh.
Okay, so with the advantage, you failed. You're not able to like jam their comms and just like flood them with music, but you get a brief snippet of what they're talking about, and it's you just kind of hear a few sentences of what they're saying, and they're talking about like repossessing this particular ship and claiming it is theirs, that it's right of salvage.
Ah, so they're not on our side then.
From
No,
my
they're
calculations, it seems like they are trying to steal Junior. We must punish them.
Oh, they
Right.
will not. They will not take Junior, and then I kind of storm off.
What do I need to add to my stealth check? Anything?
So they have 3 cunning, so it's going to be 3 purple. There is heavy cover between you and them, so that's going to be 2 blue for 2 boost die.
So I just click stealth and then add those dice.
Yes,
So 2 blue and 3 purple.
2 blue, 3 purple. Yes.
Blue, 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're a
I was about to.
ghost.
I did one.
Fuck.
Okay. What did he get? I'm on a different tab.
He got 5 successes, 2 advantages.
hell.
So like,
I
was-
am a perched owl. Right? Just like.
I love it.
all right.
Oh,
So
that's incredible.
what you see from your perch, like, the 4 of them, like, they're kind of lounging about. These guys, they're thugs. Like, you recognize their suit. Like, these are private security. These are people that get hired by other people to go and just be muscle, to just stand around and be intimidating or to like break things. And yeah, it doesn't surprise you that these would be the type to strong arm.
No noticeable like symbols on their clothes or anything.
Yeah, you do notice the a tag on their chest that says Grug's Repos.
Drugs. Oh,
Yeah, repo's not been paid for.
got it. All right. I just get
And-
my bow ready in case.
Yeah, with your 2 advantage, you do notice that they have not been able to get inside the ship, which is largely why it's still here. But that the control panel to the ship, it's active, and you have the code to get inside. And so at this point, I believe the kitty is walking up.
So, what I do is I walk up and, no matter what they say to me, I just immediately, I'm laser focused. Oh, son of a, sorry, laser focused on the landing gear, and I just walk up and like start scratching it like really vigorously, and like I just keep doing that, and like however they react.
So the leader of them, he kind of like, he holds up both his hands. Whoa, what you doing? Like, hey, get away from the ship, get away from the ship.
I just turn and I look at him, and I'm like clicking my tongue and like putting my claws together, like just really anxiously and nervously. I don't say a word to him. I'm just staring at him like,
Hey, is there going to be a situation here? Like, are we going to have to...
is a situation, sir. There is absolutely a situation. How could you and your hooligans be near my ship? Causing
Your
this
ship?
sort of ruckus? Yes, my ship.
Your
What are
ship?
you doing? How could you
Your
scout?
ship.
That has
No.
cost at least 300 aurum. 300 aurum at a wax shop last week. What are you doing?
Mhm. Well, what I'm doing is I'm standing in front and protecting my ship from someone like you who's going to come in and just take it
You're
from
creating
me and my
issues by
hardworking
taking-
crew.
You are taking my ship from me. You are causing quite the curse. You are embarrassing me, making me look like a poor person of my standing.
He kind of pulls out a data pad. Look, I got paperwork right here. Says that this ship is mine. So I think you could just move along and just let bygones be bygones and let me get back to my business and I let you get back to yours. Okay?
You know, you may have paperwork, but I have something far, far more potent in dealing with people scuffing other people's possessions.
Mhm.
I don't know if you've ever been to a little place I call Texas. I pulled my gun.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so roll me an intimidate check.
And then let me read my ability really quick. I apologize. It's called Gunslinger Diplomacy. If your character is armed as a maneuver, they may use this talent to conspicuously display their weapon and add 2 success and 1 threat to the result of the next social check they perform this turn. And this may have additional repercussions of your GM's discretion.
Love
So
that.
you've got to use a social check to settle them down, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, he's going to give me the social check. I was just letting him know we had 2 successes and a threat onto that. So
Yeah.
mhm.
It's a coercion check.
Okay.
So this is going to be a hard coercion check. 3 purple.
All right. 1 second. Finding coercion. Good thing I have 1 coercion. 3 purple. All right.
You only have 1 coercion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. They gave me this skill.
3 failures. All right. So
Hell yeah.
do we know if we
That's
go straight into combat, or
No.
do I get a
skip.
chance to come walking up?
Well, you had 2
Hello.
successes, so it's really only 1 failure and then a threat.
So 1 failure and what? 2 threats or?
Oh, 1. Did I roll another? I can't see the roll. All I see is like what I rolled, and then I don't see like the general table roll on my screen for whatever reason. So I don't even know what I got.
You got 3 failures, 1 threat.
Oh, here it is on the right. Yeah,
on the right-hand
it's 1
side
failure,
tabs,
2 threat. Yep,
Go
I
up
see
to
it.
history.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to spend a story point
Okay.
to get rid of the failure, and yeah.
You can't get rid of failures. Like
Okay.
you
You
spend
just add
story
success?
points. You spend story points before a roll to upgrade your dice. So
Gotcha. Never mind then. That's fine.
that green die would have been a yellow die had you
Yeah.
used it prior.
I don't want to mess with that now. It's too
Doesn't
late. Let's
always
do
work.
this. This is gonna be fun. No, this is fun. This is the type of batshit stuff I do.
Pello,
But Apple was gonna run in after the reaction to that, of course. So
Pello messages Sintra and says, "Do I start the music now?"
I think you do that right when the gun comes out before I even finish my sentence about it. So I'm still in the middle of
Smoothgrass
this.
starts playing.
It's like
Is in the room.
I can only hear it though, not them. Because you failed.
So with the
it's
With
like
the failure-
the wedding song, the like march of the wedding, but the groom and the bride is both ran away from each other at the altar, and the music is
so with the failure and the 2 threats, the leader of Grug's Repos, he just kind of like pulls out electric prod and he says, "That's a fancy looking gun you got there, but this is a public place. How many shots do you think you're gonna get off before the 4 of my guys get these into your abs? You're gonna be on the ground. Then other security is gonna come in. They're just gonna put the boot right into your face. It's gonna be a whole scene. Come on."
Well, that's fine with me because you ever been like a field mice with an owl on a perch?
So is Big Shell coming in?
Yeah, Big Shell's
yeah.
coming in. Big Shell sees the ruckus and decides to come and resolve it, putting diplomacy and above table conversations above violence. So yeah, we'll come rocking in. Whoa, what's going on here, people?
Mhm.
And
And who are you? Are
You know
you
what these
you with
fanatics
this
have been doing to
Asperania?
our ship?
I'm a Caleris operative that comes from a long line of really noble and honourable extra, and we do not want any trouble here.
He puts his hand to his heart.
They're the ones who
I
want
didn't
trouble.
realize
They
you were
want
with the
it.
Caleres.
Hey, Syndra, let's have a calming down moment. Take a pause.
I just kind of walk off. I kind of walk up, but like I turn around and go, I'm watching.
But
Watching.
yes, watch my sex with these mongrels. Yeah, no, my good sirs, my good ma'am. Let's see if we can figure this out. What is your business with our vessel?
Well, for starters, it's my vessel.
Mm-hmm.
I got the paperwork right here that says so. And so what my business is I'm just getting it queued up and ready to go.
Yeah. Can you show me the keys?
Hmm?
Have you got the keys on you, or the data codes?
So at this point, you could roll negotiation, you could roll charm, you could roll. Let's see.
Yeah.
You could even roll streetwise if you want to in this situation
This is
to kind
not
of
fancy.
put some screws in.
Yeah, I was trying not to be too streetwise, but then it's kind of come across as that. So let's go streetwise. I mean, I'm just quickly looking down. So charm, I get 2 yellow. Charm is pretty good. Yeah. Negotiation. Would you be happy with? Well, I don't have anything to offer them. I mean, unless they're going to take a bottle of whiskey for a vessel, which I doubt they will. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go with charm. Let's try charm them. So 2 yellow and a green starting.
You know, I think I forgot to mention that you all did get 100 100 credits each. So you do have that.
Negotiation. Yeah, my character sheet said I've got 100 and where's this?
Just on top of the starting?
Equipment gear.
Yeah.
Currency 156. Oh, so we got 256. Is that like enough to buy a ship?
No.
No.
But it might
turn
be
a blind
enough
eye.
Is it 100
All right.
per character or?
Yeah.
I'm going to
'Cause I
go
have 22.
negotiation.
That's for me. That's like, I live on. I live by free pizza at university events. That's how I. So you just. That's more money that I make in a semester. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
to
I'll
live on
go.
the student loans. Yeah.
I'll go
Let me see
negotiation.
this.
Offering some money. I'll describe that my ideal outcome as I stand here making this offer to you of 100, whatever the money is that you guys can turn around and walk away, go get some lunch, and never think twice about it. But at the same time, if that's not something that you can see your way to, I have this nice Grav mace that was given to me by the L1. Or no, actually, it was given to me by the who are the good ones? The Winarans. That
With the
really has
recipes.
some uses. So I'd much rather prefer them to take the money of 100, and I'll be rolling a charm negotiation, I suppose.
Yep.
So
Negotiation.
base yellow,
would be,
green for me,
2 purple.
Let me
and
see
add on
our
2 purple.
money.
I had it in equipment. I'm not.
I put mine in equipment. It was the very bottom thing.
Sweet.
In the,
So rolling dice. 0 successes, 1 threat, 1 triumph. What's the triumph?
Is there something you want to use the triumph for? I did post kind of the chart for advantage, triumph, and all that in the chat channel.
I think I've got it. In the chat channel. Let's go. It's in the book. Hey, triumph. Here we go. Thing or a triumph. Remove 1 strain. Add a blue to the next. Notice a single important point in an ongoing conflict, such as location, security system. Inflict a critical injury with a successful attack. So none of those are going to count. Perform an immediate free maneuver. Oh, this is all in combat. Or is this?
This is a lot of combat, but it kind of gives you the idea of what it can be used for. It can also be used for something narrative.
I would
Upgrade an
suggest
allied
if someone that's
character's
played
next.
with it, you should try to put that black die on the character you're talking to's next.
Yeah. So then they screw up. So yeah, we'll do that. Add a black die to the targeted character's next check, which will be the person that I'm negotiating with. Cool.
We lost
Drago's back. I'm here.
Sorry.
All right, yeah.
Question,
So I'll just do add the black die for my triumph without a success on the negotiation.
Okay.
And maybe I'll throw in free pizzas. Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
I would like that. I will show up.
So
You need to let the men operate. I will buy you a pizza. Okay?
the repo guy, he kind of crosses his arms and he says, "You think I'm going to walk away from a ship for 100 Arai? Nah, that's not gonna happen. This thing right here, that's worth what? 100, 1,000 times that? Nah, like that's a little bit too cheap if you're gonna, if you're gonna walk away from this. If you want us to walk away from this confrontation."
I've walked back and just gone back to scratching like that one spot on there and just keep staring at him like real angrily.
At this point, you guys would hear in your comm beads, Ked in the back. I'm ready to pull this trigger on this bow at any moment. Give me the sign.
You need to learn some tact, I whisper.
Now you're just saying learn tact. I think it is time to throw down. I mean, it's early on in the piece, but we don't seem to be making headway.
So I'll say that for your triumph. When he crossed his arms, you notice that like the data pad he was like waving around saying that this was the document. You kind of actually got a glance of what it was, and it's literally just like a Word document that he's been like typing up just this fake like deed of ownership on, and it's only like half done.
So call his bluff on it.
If you so chose.
Yeah,
Like, they're-
100%. If I'm the one still engaged, I say, hey, buddy, I just noticed that absolute bullshit piece of paperwork you got in front of you there. You're just a bunch of hooligan mentec trying to steal this vessel, and we won't stand for it. Offer rescinded, back away, or we're going to take this physical.
Or maybe we could call the proper authorities in to get people who maybe are
I
forging
thought we
documents
are the
to steal our
Caleris.
ship. Well, yes, but maybe there's more local authorities.
Yeah,
We kind
yeah.
of have somewhere to be.
The
It's a little more
dockmaster.
important than dealing. We do things much more important than these lowly thugs, don't you think, my friend?
Okay. We'll
Halo
call
walks
the...
over. Yes, we need to get to the planet.
And they see
There
Palo and they
is
run away. But he's in a small form, so they laugh.
Can you
There is
just
a
walk
dock
through
master.
them? Can you try to walk through them, Pel? Just
Ooh.
Yeah. I just walk straight over to the ship and like put my hand on it as if I'm talking to it, and then the door opens. Then we can.
Oh.
So I say, no. Actually, I was like, put the code. I whisper to him, like, put the code in, walk in, and shut the door behind you.
Nice.
no. I'm trying to squeeze in right after.
Oh yeah, well, no, both of you maybe. I don't know. Either way.
I have
but
like
I
my
just
little
did that to
robot
him.
legs under my fish tank.
Mhm. That's funny. But do you follow the like what I whispered in your comms, Palo?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I walk over to the ship and I whisper to it somewhat.
One of them
intimately.
kind of stands in front of you. Whoa. Hey, away from the ship,
I think we just-
Pella looks down at them from towering 10 feet above them and says, I think that you should back away. This is my ship.
My ship.
Then can I input the codes and open the door?
So hack the door.
Oh, no.
Don't
you don't
we
have
have
to
the
hack it.
codes?
Yeah,
We
you
have
don't
them,
have
right?
to. You have the code.
Yeah, so I just open it and then we will be disembarking now. Have a good day.
No, I think he has a point. Let's get going.
So the leader, as soon as the door opens, he's going to try and make an agility check to squeeze himself onto the
Ooh.
ship around the
I
time.
the moment I see that, I let go. I fire that
okay.
bow.
So you're shooting at him.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's on.
So
What
Go
do I
ahead.
need to roll?
this is a ranged attack. So it will be your ranged. I believe your weapon uses ranged light, right?
It's heavy with the needle, but I don't know
Okay.
how that works, but that's what it said.
Hey, the size of that freaking bow, man.
Needle
Yeah,
bow,
it's like-
range medium. Yeah.
Am I
Damage
within
one
medium?
though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're actually at short range, so this is going to be a very easy shot. It is a 1 purple shot, because of the range, and they don't see you, so you're going to get a boost die on top of it.
Oh,
Nice.
blue one.
And you've been aiming for a couple rounds, right?
Hell
Yeah. So all right, so that's another 2 blue on top of it. This guy's going to have a very bad day.
So 3 blue, 1 purple.
3 blue, 1 purple. Yeah.
Oh god, let it fly.
6 success, 1 advantage.
I will say. So he's next to the Titan.
That's a crit,
so,
by the way, like a critical injury.
I would definitely aim at his leg as he's running and try to pin his leg to the ground. If I can, like, skewer the leg and make the arrow go in the ground so he
I
can't
have
run
advantage
anymore.
for his weapon. Sorry.
Actually, let me take a quick look. Um. So your bow has pierce 6, right?
So when I looked at it, it didn't have those kind of stats when I was just reading it off the sheet. It said 1 damage. I know it didn't have I didn't know anything.
I'll find the page. Give me a second.
I'm pretty sure it has it ignores 6 soak. So with 6.
Oh no, those are special arrows. That's the grav arrow, I think, or the.
That's under equipment that you're carrying.
Oh no, I think you're right. Sorry, I thought those were the special arrows.
You deal 1 damage, inflict a critical hit for an advantage, ignore 6 points of target soak. So yeah, it's pierce 6, so it's fuck shields and all that. Quantum quiver.
Hell
You do
yeah.
not run out of standard arrows when you perform a success check. You may spend advantage to hit one additional character engaged with the target for the same amount of damage. Sweet.
Do you also want to hit the Titan?
No.
Wait, why
Okay.
would you
Just
ask?
bounce off anyways.
He's
All
the
right,
only one
so-
I think is useful, so I don't. So far, he's proved his use.
So what happens? This, a Grogue's Repo guy, he's trying to muscle himself past the Titan. No, get out of my ship, this is mine. And then a quantum arrow just rams itself into his thigh. He looks down, immediately goes into shock and dies. Takes a couple steps and does just a railing kill, just falling over the edge into oblivion.
And then I want to jump down, or if I can glide, I don't know how well they actually fly, and then just glide down to the ramp of the ship and go, it's time to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the other 3, they're running. They're running and screaming.
As we get onto the ship, I do want to do my cool guy moment and just shoot his corpse and all right, let's go.
And I'm happy to be the rear guard because my shell's particularly strong, so they can shoot me in the back and I'll be chuckling.
Actually, I'll say I land very calmly and just start walking up the ramp like nothing happened and just say, it's time to go.
Yeah, fall through. It was a nice
Is
ship.
the-
He ruined it.
Is the door big enough for me to get through? I'm 10 feet tall.
You better
you
go to
change
small
size.
mode.
I have to go to small.
Hey, you turn
mode,
into
yeah.
a ball and roll up the ship set. I'm just kidding.
You're
Nah,
a droideka?
you're going in the
I would
luggage
like to
bay.
be a droideka. I actually want to turn into a little briefcase and someone can carry me.
Oh yeah, it's a suit. Anyways,
Maybe like Soundwave, you turn into a boombox, just
Yeah.
just over the shoulder.
Yes, exactly. Still
none of
playing
us are big
the
enough to-
smooth jazz as we enter the ship.
oh man.
Yep. Okay, so you are now on the vessel, and I take it you are detaching and flying away before the commotion grows larger outside the ship?
Yeah, for sure. I would quickly say, can anyone actually fly this thing?
I got it. I just sit down and just light my little thing. Okay, let's go.
Always trust a captain that likes his spice. All right, let's hit the road.
Yep. You want to hit? Speaking of which, no. All right.
Prefer not to be punched.
So as you are
No punches in the fridge.
as you're leaving the docking bay, one of you will need to make an astrocartography check.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
got
say-
it.
Plot the best
Oh.
course.
I
I
got
got
it.
3 green on that.
Hold on. I'll go to me. I literally have. Yeah, I'm
You're
really
the
good at
pilot.
this.
You're the pilot.
Yeah, I have yellow, 2 green, and a boost.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, yeah. What's my difficulty, friend?
2 purple.
Purple. All right.
Susan, I don't have any career
4
checks.
successes.
Do I need add those?
Sorry,
Oh, sorry.
Pella, what were you saying?
I said I don't have any career the checkpoint. I'm assuming careers proficiency. Am I supposed to have any of those?
No, that'll be for the actual RPG when it's out and you're actually building a character. For these demo characters,
okay,
no, that
gotcha.
doesn't matter at all.
Okay,
But,
I gotcha.
So I'm sitting here with my spice in one hand, hitting the nav computer and saying, "Oh, I've been here. It's not even that new of a planet." And just go, "All right, let's rock!" And they just set it off.
Can I redo his chart his course chart to just criticize it and make
Yeah,
petty,
absolutely.
make
Reduce
petty
the fuel
comments
burn.
about
Diesel's expensive
Yeah.
at the moment.
how yeah, exactly, that if that we could have made a more efficient course.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, roll astrocartography. 2 purple.
2 purple. Let's see if I can I have 5
I'm
successes.
gonna move rooms. Hold on 1 second.
Jeez,
You guys
He's
continue.
He's too
So-
loud.
The one threat is going to be. Sorry, can you hear us?
Yeah, the dog just wanted me to open the door so she could stand there and be weird.
Gotcha. So the one threat is that you have to stay up all night to do it because you actually made a really, really good chart, and so you're very tired and you take 1 point of strain.
Oh,
But you do come back and you make a slightly better chart. That's just it's elegant. It avoids all the astro phenomena and just gets you there super fast. Super
This is
smooth
too-
flight the entire trip.
Too close
Like-
to home. No sleep, being petty, and, and making something slightly better at this. Yeah, okay. I'm just
So-
gonna be smug about it.
I like to imagine like you blew my phone up like while I was sleeping over the night or whatever it is, and like I wake up to all these messages. I'm just like, okay. And I walk up to him and go, "Great job."
I had set up an extra big fish tank so I could stretch my fins so I can move in to do all my like.
So you do have 2 weeks on the ship prior to getting to planet, so there's a lot of like group bonding time. But also, did you want to do anything as you were going there? Come up with any plans? Do any kind of research?
Oh, I'm my entire goal is to teach Pello how to gamble.
Okay.
No. At 100%.
All right.
Oh yeah, and I start out like, "Hey man." Yeah. So it starts with like something like, "Hey man, do you like rolling things? Do you like rolling things?"
Like turning into a ball.
Yes, but you just so this you take and you throw it and then you have numbers up on it. Do you like doing like math stuff like that?
I do enjoy good math.
Cool. And you don't like need money for like anything, do you? Or do you want some of mine? Maybe would you like to earn some with little to no effort?
Earning money sounds good. Yes.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll this dice, and then I'm gonna make an arbitrary set of rules, depending on what sector we're closest to, and we're going to exchange money depending on whose numbers most closely resemble the rules.
It sounds like I could make profit.
Yes, profits. Profits are good. But profits are not the only thing. There is more than profits in life. There is telling your friends that you've taken money from them.
There's also probability. What is the probability of these dice? I could calculate
don't-
the best course of action to
Oh,
bet and
you're
make the
no
most amount of
fun.
money.
And I give up at the end of like, once he goes on that, you're no fun.
Is there any like training quarters, or is this ship kind of like a moving?
You go do push-ups in the corner.
It doesn't
Punches.
describe how big the ship is. I'm imagining like Millennium Falcon, so big 18-wheeler size starship type of thing. So enough space to get some good exercise in, but not like a full gym.
Definitely
Not
restring
upgrade your-
my quantum bow, which you guys probably find fascinating. I don't know how you restring a quantum bow. Has
and somebody-
unlimited arrows.
A lot of cats are
Yeah.
involved.
Somebody took strain, so in the 2-week journey, can Tiroy recover from that strain, or does the strain stay?
So I'm treating that as strain for the journey. That
Yeah,
it took
sweet.
that much time.
Yeah,
To, like,
Absolutely.
I walk up to Roy and be, so you went to UMR? I went to Mechatol State, so a little different.
I don't know what's the fishbowl sign. I don't know what I'm supposed to. I went to the University of Joel. Nar.
I think we beat you guys in football one year.
We are incapable of playing that game.
I figured
We
you
are
would have figured
fish.
it out by now, but I
We
look
got
over at
disqualified.
I
Because
will
I wrote-
say, I will say to the Jolnar that we enjoyed that video of their remote control tank
Yeah, you guys'
on Twitch.
BattleBots team is fucking killed.
Yeah.
You're
Nice to see
also
that.
so interested in trifle matters of unimportant, of no significance. I spent the trip reading my books. I'm going to read everything I took from the University of Mechatol Rex.
While
Excellent.
he's sleeping, I try to sneak Twinkies or like some kind of sweet into his water. Like try to sneak like I sneak and try to do that.
Poison me.
Slowly diet blue.
No, I do look and see if it is poison before I put it in there. I'm not mean. This is just a
Okay.
prank. But I do want one thing I do is like, Big Shot, you're a pretty good agent. That like good agent, bad agent thing we had going. I'm just a bad agent, it would seem.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna one up your prank on that Jolnar. While he's sleeping and recovering from his strain, I'm gonna seal off the area the ship is in and evacuate the atmosphere to space, and see if the water that the Jolnar is in freezes while he sleeps. And
Seems,
yeah, somebody better stop me before we let it go all the way. Because
Are you
we don't
gonna
want to
just-
roll.
because-
No, we're not. Somebody start. I'll
You're
stop
gonna just kill
myself.
me. I mean, we just said I just said this is like getting too close to home. I'm like reliving, like.
how can we like kind of murder him in his sleep, but like not?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Just be a sleeping fish. You'd throw him back out, and he'd be like, "What happened?"
Oh no,
But-
I tried that once. It doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work. Okay.
No, well, not in space.
So,
Alright.
Toroi, because of all the reading that you're doing, I'll say that any knowledge checks that you do once you get to the planet, you will get an auto boost die on them.
You see, I do my homework.
So, also, when you're about halfway to the planet, you do receive a call from your Wernarian handler. Hello, agents, are you there?
Mostly. What's going on?
Yes.
Hear you
Did
in
you
my head.
did you murder someone in the docks before leaving?
No.
It was explicitly self-defense, and quite frankly, he was damaging government property, and he was looking to do so because I consider myself property of the government.
I see. Do try and avoid that if you can. And contact us before you come back to planet. There might be some warrants, but we're working on it. We should have it cleared up by the time you return.
Seems
Cool.
reasonable, thank you.
Pay your ship payments on time, and there won't be a repo team there to take the ship.
No, I've been meaning to tell you also. You're gonna need to restring his quantum bow for reasons.
Yeah. Dude
Quite,
fell on
quite.
an arrow.
Well, good luck with the mission, and try to murder fewer people.
It was not
No
murder.
promise.
Thank you.
No promises.
Well, we
Don't admit to the
implementing
murder.
safety
wait,
protocol.
But I wait from the hang up. I go, you don't admit to the murder. It was never murder. Never.
Oh, it was a necessary kill to get the mission done.
No. You didn't kill him. He just is less alive than
It
before.
was
It's
on
fine.
accident.
Yes, it was an accident.
It's like when you
Never
spend
do
that
anything on
one
accident.
trade good before agenda on accident. We start an
To me, it
async
seemed
game
like
and
you did
finish
murder him.
round one as we land on the planet, and then have to abandon it.
So,
I literally had spaced out such that I have no memory or perception of the events.
That's good.
You're the perfect witness.
after a couple of weeks, you arrive in orbit over Harold's Truce, and through the ship's viewports and sensors, like you finally get a look at this planet. You see the orbital locked planet with one side just completely bright and sun-baked, and the other side completely dark and frozen, and the extremely narrow habitable ring around the entire edge of the planet, which is where the population lives.
How hot is the habitable ring?
The habitable ring is a temperate. Like it's
Temperate? Not
there are
healthy.
there are three primary species that live on the planet, and so it's kind of just a standard temperate.
You're okay. This is unfortunate. It's much too cool on this planet. Why can't we go somewhere with a reasonable temperature?
Yeah, I think Jalnar's ready for the frozen side, but the rest of us would, cold-blooded like a bit of warmth. Do we know anything about the three species? Or should we have asked that before?
I mean, our Jonar studied the books the whole way here. You should be able to tell us.
We don't own him. He is not our Jonar. He is our compatriots. Isn't that right, Fish Boy?
I am not a boy.
Oh,
I am a fish. Fish. For you.
A fishy
So
fish.
what are the three species living on the planet? Do I
So
know
let
that?
me read you the description of the city of the span, which is what they refer to as the ring. The span is the center of Harald's truce. Gashlai artificers led the conversion of the grounded Letnev cruiser and a few Hylar landers into a settlement. Millennia later, it has grown into the span. The subterranean Letnev live near the dusk edge of the span, where the sea turns to ice. Their chill, productive fungal caverns produce the bulk of the planet's food. The aquatic Hylar live in the submerged sectors near the city's middle. They maintain the city's geothermal spikes and essential technologies. The candescent Gashlai live near the day edge, and even have settlements extending beyond it, where they harvest raw minerals and maintain the numerous industrial facilities. They also run the city's foundries, which serve the whole of the span.
Cool.
The span retains the feel of its origins, and it's pierced throughout by accessways and bulkheads, and is zoned into several sectors by function. The most relevant areas for off-worlders are its trade sector, where merchants and local factors gather to broker deals, and its government sector, where the Crimson Chambers, Ancient Data Core, and administrative offices are located. Both are located among the old city centers in the forward sections of the ancient cruiser's hull.
So what is that? The ancient something and then the data center?
Yeah, this settlement grew from a crashed Letnev heavy cruiser.
Yeah. But just it talks about there's the government trade center, then government center, and the government center has ancient something?
The ancient data core of the cruiser.
Data core. Cool. Okay, so historical there. I mean, look, given that we have no Letnev and Gashlai with us and we do have a Hylar, I think that starting in the middle kind of makes sense. And tech is always good,
Well, I've heard of quite a few people who are quite into taking tech first thing.
Yeah. And then we could explore from there. So we're just deciding where to land now, correct?
Well, as you're breaking over orbit, you receive a call from the span traffic control.
Cool.
Oh, I'm piloting Sol.
Unidentified vessel. Please come in.
There's nothing unidentified to what's going on here. How may I help you today?
This is span traffic control. Please state your purpose for coming.
I'm sorry. You're breaking up. Could you repeat that?
This is span traffic control.
Oh no, could you hold on? Let me mess with my settings. I mute them and say, okay, Halo, come here.
Coming.
All right. Now it's your turn to talk to him, and then switch back to me.
Hello.
Hello. Unidentified vessel. This is span
This
traffic
vessel
control.
is named Junior, or JR457 for short.
JR457. Please state your purpose for coming.
We are here to find Titan sleepers.
Oh, I hit the mute button. No. Tell him something ridiculous. A joke. And I let go of the button.
We are here to bow down to the Bahat.
And I turned to him and wide-eyed, and
That's
put
not
my
what you
hand on
say
my
as
throat.
a joke.
I put it back down.
Well, I don't mute it during any of this, by the way. Like, wait, is this a joke? Isn't it a joke? And I'm just dying over in the corner.
So did you tell traffic control that you were there to serve the Bahakt?
No, we are the glorious. We are the clearest in service of the council on Mechatol, and they are on official business to investigate. unknown phenomenon.
Calera's agents?
Yes.
Stun by. So
Big Shell, why are you ruining all of the fun we're having?
I would say that we are having fun as well.
I'm meant to be the like good boy. Although I did try ice out Jolnar.
We stopped you. It's okay. It didn't happen. Things that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Jolnar,
Susan.
mute yourself. I mute Jolnar when I say that.
so
Can
after
I-
a moment, after a few moments, you receive landing coordinates for one of their docks inside the span.
Can I secretly record this exchange?
Of course.
Okay.
To send back to the Winarian handler and be like, "What is up with these guys?"
No, I just think this is an exceedingly bizarre behavior of species I'm not really familiar with, and I want to study it later to understand what's
I
going
love
on.
it.
An anthropological type research, you know.
It's gonna turn into a oh my gosh, a dissertation on comedy. I'm just kidding. Anyways,
Now, I'm gonna send it to my undergraduate intern to transcribe the conversation and write the transcript of these recordings. Anyway.
All right. So your ship breaks atmosphere within the twilight sky of the narrow, 20-kilometer-wide habitable band. It is so narrow that temperatures vary drastically from baking to frozen between its day and night edges. You make for the city that stretches across the band, appropriately dubbed the Span. Nearing the city, you can make out the long, tapering alloyed bulk of what was once a warship. Now its modeled superstructure is surrounded by kilometers of additional civic structure built up around it, much of it supported by a bridge above the shallow sea beneath. You circle lazily once and then put down in an open pad at the corner of a modest landing platform connected by a bridge to the main office. After landing, you do notice a couple, looks like dock security approaching. Like your doors haven't opened yet, so it's your call on what to do.
I'll walk
I'm
out.
adjourned.
Be ready there to talk to him.
We got the
Do I
big boys out
know?
there.
Do I know anything about like the government of this planet or the allegiance, the authority? Are they neutral? Are they what is this colony?
And we're in Hylar sector right now too, so it may not be bad to.
Well, it's a self-governing planet. You know, they have their council, and the council is kind of a triumvirate. They're representatives of the Letna, of the Gashly, and the Hylar, and they kind of work as a three-person team. You know, there's the subsectors, which largely take care of themselves, but, you know, they do have a ruling council of all the three races. It's called Herald's Truce, because after the battle, after the two warring sides fought, like, they had to work together to survive, and so they kind of found some stability and peace working together.
Cool. My kind of place.
Yes, all about
Send
that
some
peace.
drones out.
I think we maybe we send. We're in the tech regions. Oh, we got landing coordinates. Where did we land actually? Since we did get landing coordinates, Susan.
Center.
Since you told us like the three different, so we're in central. Is that the tech like area with the Hylar's primary?
Yes, the Hylar primarily are in the center. That said, this is their main dock, so this is where all the visitors come and go.
Oh, cool. I was just saying, well, maybe we send the big scary types out there first. If the security's walking right up, I mean, you and I may have gotten into a little bit of mischief, and maybe some big scary types. Maybe the bird, maybe the brass. We send those out first, don't you think?
Why don't we let the big shell, be our representative to the outside world, to be the first speaker for our little troop?
It's fine with me.
Yeah, all right. So I'll don my official wig. I'll put a wig on, and exit the vessel and boldly pace up to
Can you
the.
tell me what this wig looks like?
I don't know. I was trying to think a cape, but then I'm like, a cape over a shell just feels wrong. Or maybe a scarf. Nah, it'll be a tie.
Oh, there we. Yes, you're like Franklin.
Yeah, I'll put my tie on.
Yes.
I
Yes,
love
no,
it.
boldly walk up to them and good morning, gentlemen, and yeah, we are here from the Caleris, and we are on official business. We would like to meet with your hierarchy, your leaders, to have a conversation about how best we can proceed without imposing on your locals and stepping on any toes.
Great. So, as you're walking down the gangplank, the smell of rust and machine oil, they rise to greet you. The person before you is a sturdy Letnev officer in a crisp uniform, and they're flanked by 3 subordinates in very similar garb. The officer, a stiff salute and voice steady and businesslike. Welcome to Harold Struce. I'm Captain Zaran of the Port Authority. I report to Margrave Ordlov. As you can see, our humble port doesn't get many travelers from the shining center of the galaxy. So you say that you be Clary's agents.
Yes, we are, Captain Zaros, and we are very pleased to be here and look forward to finding some mutual benefit between us. And would you take us to see Marigrave?
Can you be a bit more specific about the business you wish to discuss?
Oh, we heard of some interesting signals, I think it was. Signals that were coming from the planet, as well as a certain amount of interest from the L1Z1X, our common concern. And so we have come to see if there is any further warranted steps necessary by the Caleris Council to ensure the safety and stability of the galaxy.
Make
I
a.
gotta-
ch-
I beep into his comment and say less.
Okay. Make a witch roll.
Charm. 2 purple difficulty.
Sweet charm, 2 purple. So 2 yellow, 1 green, purple. Rolling.
I will actually also take a. Oh, never mind.
0 success, 1 advantage.
I was going to give you a blue boost die just because of your complete open honesty.
Yeah, I'm throwing 1
honesty
blue.
is the best policy.
0 successes.
All right, didn't matter at all.
which, by the way, is the Big Isle trademark, right?
Yeah. That's why when I read
The
this
blue
character,
boost.
I was like, this is what I love.
Yeah.
Don't need to fight, just talk bullshit and get away with it.
That's how he plays the eyes, the blue boost die of the open honesty.
It's
He's
how
like,
I
I
have.
have the secret objective. They say it's secret, but I'm just going to show it to you. Here,
Right, it's
that's
how-
my secret.
It's how I run 150 truck drivers. I tell them I pay you shit money to do a shit job that I'm not prepared to do. But I tell you what, it's a job, isn't it? And then they go drive the truck. Anyway, all right, so fail.
So that's a failure. So the captain, smiles, not unfriendly, and says, "The council, they be very, very busy. It is a busy time of the year, so I do not think that they'll be able to give you time at the moment. I can pass on any messages that you would have for them, and see if we could arrange a future meeting. But right now, it's a bit pressing."
I go into the comm and say, ask them where they reside. Like, where is the office?
Could
Oh,
we get
Well,
directions
Dr.
to the
Candidate would
office?
actually know that.
Oh, you would?
I-
Oh.
I would roll my eyes if I could. Can I roll my eyes?
Please roll them at me, please.
Oh man!
Because I have no eyelids. So
Yeah,
even when I
your
was
nickname's
sitting-
Blinky.
Blinky.
Blinky the 3-eyed fish.
Why are you just so interested in everything everyone says?
All right. I'd like to inquire then. Is there anybody else that would be happy to be a guide for us? Even yourself, Captain Zara, if you are not too busy, as we go and explore. Or alternatively, are we free to explore free range with your blessing?
The captain kind of gives a glance behind at the 3 subordinates, kind of scratches his chin and says, I think, with all respect to the Caleris, yes, I would be more than happy to be your guide and attend with you during your visits, just to ensure that there are no misunderstandings while you are here.
Cool. I think this is a positive.
I turn to, oh my gosh, hold on, I'm going to look at names. One sec. I turn to Kat and go, they just signed us up to have Big Shell just signed us up to have a spy with us,
A
babysitting us while we're on a planet. He just signed us up for that. Okay.
But
I'll take the
Kid,
back road and keep an eye out for him.
Maybe you just have a perch and maybe they just never see you. Anyways.
Kid, knowing this, is banking on learning more through the deception and confidence gained by the locals that they are in charge. But yes. All right. So everybody's alighting from the vessel, I suppose.
If
Can
you
I
get the all clear.
do? Can I do a perception check on the level of technology in the planet when we go through the port, looking at the spaceships and trying to figure out?
Absolutely. Roll me so that would be more mechanics than perception,
Okay, mechanics.
which is probably better for you.
What stops us
guess
just doing perception the whole time and detecting stuff, or is it inversely something we should be doing more often?
I mean, there's no reason not to, other than that it takes time and would get annoying if you just did it.
Okay.
The etiquette of tabletop RPGs to use this judiciously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get to a room, do it. Get to a scene.
Yeah, and
Once one
the
person does it,
GM,
you
the
kinda
GM
go,
will
okay.
naturally feed you stuff if you're doing it insufficiently anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, sweet,
Kind
done.
of.
All right, so I have 3 green and a yellow for mechanics.
So you're kind of glancing around. There's a lot going on. Give me 2 purple with a black, just because there's a lot of commotion going on.
0 successes, but 1 advantage.
1 advantage. So not sure what to give you with the advantage.
A
Do you
nice
notice
noodle
maybe
bar.
someone looking overseeing us or something? Maybe just trying to think if we're being watched from a distance or something. If he's looking
so-
around.
Yeah, Captain Zoran is right with you. You notice that he kind of dismissed the 3 security guards, but they weren't dismissed as far as you would think they would be. They kind of went half a block away, and then they're looking over the shoulders at you. And as you're proceeding through the city, they seem to stay about half a block away.
Cool.
When we get there, I kind of pull Big Shell behind, once he stops yapping the guy's ear off, of course. I go, why did you sign us up for a babysitter on the planet?
Would I be able to maybe start leaking back? Crowd, start party.
You're kind of cutting out a little bit.
Would I be able to kind of slip back and blend in with the crowd and start tailing my own, so then I can keep an eye on those guys?
Of course, that would be a stealth check.
Anything to add?
They have 2 cunning with perception. So it's going to be 1 red, 1 purple as a difficulty. And I'll give you 1 blue because it's crowded, but then 1 black because you don't know the area.
Jeez.
Okay.
3 successes.
Nasty.
All right. So you blend into the crowd, but you do take a point of strain, just because you kind of have to, you see a moment and you just sprint and hoof it, and you get behind something.
Sindra, they would
as-
have come anyway. They would have followed us anyway. Big Shell did us a great favor by giving them an easy in so we can keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I
Yeah, so
also
as-
think they give us credibility as we're exploring. But then they can also stifle honest communication, which is something I think we need to be aware of and try to have, Kid just did, separating out as we talk to people was not a bad idea.
Well, I just think that maybe we shouldn't be letting it be known that we are a higher power.
Oh, you think we
More
should be
honesty comes-
overt?
honesty
Covert.
comes with anonymity at times.
I mean, I'm sorry. On this planet, I think a big tortoise and a big lion walking around with a bottle of scotch and a sidearm.
Well, absolutely, but everyone is transient, no? There's
Yeah.
a trade hub, there's
Yeah.
intelligence, there's technology.
So I
All
should
have
take.
reasons to be here.
Right. Well, then I'll take off my tie and blend into the crowd.
No. We will be in the road you have set before us. But we can
commit.
we
Commit
got
to
to
improv.
commit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got eyes on everybody. Worry.
Where did he go?
As Cad walked away, Pello turns to
Syndra and tries to nudge him gently, but it does a little too hard and punches him pretty hard.
Oh, I'm not very big, by the way. So y'all
so
know.
knocks him over back and, ooh, sorry, Kitty. Is he trying to slip away from the group so that he is not with us anymore?
No, I believe he's actually going to buy a nice bouquet of flowers for his ailing mother.
Oh, I really hope she gets better.
Oh, yes. And I turned to the Howler. Don't mention that he's one of 12 and his mom may not even know his name.
he fell from the nest. Oh my god.
So the captain is like, pointing out the sights of the city, kind of walking you through the general trade sector. Ken Cassis, like, so you've fallen back, like you're tailing the 3 security guys, and you can kind of hear them a little bit, like, they're tailing you. They're not doing a great job, like, hiding that they're tailing you, and they're not trying that hard. And you hear them kind of say, like, what the heck is the Calarians doing here? Like, do you think it has anything to do with that corpse the other week?
Yeah. Now we
Did you
know
say
something.
corpse?
Yes.
Well, we don't know it, Al. He knows it.
Yeah.
I just overheard the security. There was a corpse found last week. $5 says that was the last Calaris investigator.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So
I continue to tell them and listen in as much as.
And I turn to the captain as he's showing us the sights and ask, have there been any interesting crimes or going-ons in the past month or so?
Oh, nothing that the Calaris would trouble themselves about. We keep to ourselves. We're a low-intensity planet. We're just good people who work hard and live fulfilling lives.
That is a really interesting thing you just said. Big Shell, wasn't our good friend Frank here? Like, wasn't he on holiday, maybe? A little bit of a roundabout, and he just up and hadn't texted us back. He left us on red.
No
you heard
comms
from Frank in a while?
just on a week. Is very weird, and definitely the last messages and photographs he put on the Snapchat was of this planet.
Yeah, it does look familiar. He mentioned something about the donuts, the place around the corner, didn't he? Great
Those are
donuts,
fine
by the way.
donuts, yes.
No, for sure. It's really weird, though. He
It's-
must have
it-
had quite the illness from it or something if he's not reaching back with us. I mean, that was a great group chat. Funny guy, always posting memes.
Has one of us got the ability to perceive the captain lying?
Yeah,
Insight?
probably. Well, I don't know.
Well,
what
we
it's
kind of
called.
know his lying, I suppose.
It'd be a vigilance check versus his deception.
You don't want me doing that.
I've got a
I
yellow,
can do
green,
it, but I
green.
also...
Well, we do know he's lying, though, so I
Yeah.
guess something will go into that.
Well,
but,
I think
you
if-
don't
I
want
think-
me to-
Well, he might not know.
Yeah, if we check him on
true.
his lie, I think that might be. So I've got a yellow and 2 greens
Probably.
for a
That'd be
vigilance
you.
check to do I call him on his bluff in this vigilance check, or do I just assess his honesty?
This would be an assessment.
Yeah,
Would not necessarily call him out.
Let's assess, because the reality is he might be a stooge as well, or he might, like when we met him, I honestly thought he might be a centrally bad character, and I'd rather have him around and know this and get to explore this. So yeah, I'd like to do a vigilance check on him, starting with the
I
yellow and 2
have
green.
an ability that might apply here. I have heightened awareness. Allies within a short range of you add... I don't know what that symbol is. It looks like a...
Yeah, the
a
cut
symbol
and
to-
paste.
But I'm assuming that's a boost die? I don't know.
It's
To their
probably,
perception and vigilance checks, allies engage with you add 2. I don't know what engaged...
Engage means we're walking together, which we currently are. Always engaged only during combat.
Short range, that would be
Yeah.
engaged. Like,
Okay.
there's that engaged.
So,
yeah.
so we're engaged. 2 blues.
Oh, you
Anything
added 2
from
more.
Susan? Yeah.
Yeah, that absolutely counts. So the difficulty is going to be 1 red, 1 purple. On
Cool.
this.
1 success, 4 advantages.
Okay. So yeah, he is absolutely concealing stuff, and so with the 4 advantages, I'm going to say that you get some pretty specifics as you're mentioning when you were talking about Frank, like your friend. He kind of you could see that he was like thinking for a minute, and then he kind of like winced, like, oh yeah, that's that person. Yeah, I don't want to tell them about that. Ooh, I wonder if that's what they're here about. But you also do get the sense that he genuinely doesn't think that there's a big problem going on in the city. He does think that he's just screening some overexcited Clarius agents from overworked council representatives.
Cool. So underbelieves the risk.
Yes, he
Under-
does not believe there's a risk, but he is aware that there is a missing person.
Yeah. Cool.
Can we do like a scan of the planet to see if there's like any anomalies or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, you could take off in your ship, fly around, and start doing scans.
I mean, I guess could I do that by myself as the party continues and like kind of scan the area? I don't know if my scanning abilities are better or not, but
Yeah.
I think your personal scanning abilities are kind of more personal range, not really like
Okay, gotcha.
planetary range.
okay, gotcha. Got it.
And it looks like
Okay.
Syndra's saying rather stick together in these. Otherwise, you end
Don't
up in
split the party.
three different environments for a GM to manage, I suppose.
Yes.
All right. So the real question is, where are we going? Are we taking this lovely captain to get him drunk and talking? Are we going? What other places of interest? Maybe Jolnar has an idea of some places of interest to go explore. Maybe go to the data center and see if we can recover. Although the data center sounded ancient rather than. Maybe go to the
party.
trade market and try perceive if there's anybody to speak to.
So you're
mean-
being led through the trade market right now.
So we could just randomly start walking up to people and having conversations. That's something we could do.
Yeah, of course. And I'll have to come up with voices on the fly.
Yeah. Okay. So, what?
I actually am. I'm about out of spice. 2-week journey. So if I see a good spice vendor, maybe I walk up to it.
Sweet. Finding a spice vendor.
Okay.
And that spice, like by the way, like spice is also like not just a drug. Anyways,
It's not just a drug.
it's a way of life.
It's a whale. I was just about to say.
So yeah, you come up on a spice vendor, like a general grocery store that deals with a lot of flavoring and spicing.
Mhm.
And a Hylar sales representative walks up to you. Hello, how can I assist?
Yes, I was wondering. Do you happen to have any of this? And I pull out like my baggie, which was like this full before we left, and now there's like only that much left. And say, do you happen to have any of this? It's from the. Oh my gosh, I wish I knew Hakan planets off the top of my head. This is really bothering me.
There's
But
3 of them. Come on.
I've never played Hakan, so that doesn't help anything, and I've only taken their home system one time. Anyways, so
Her cunt.
her cunt.
Her content,
This is
yeah.
grown in the silver fields on her cunt. Do you have any of that specialty?
No, absolutely not. Like we've been working to import some of this style goods ever since we were able to reestablish trade and contact. Like, yes, there's been some shipments in, but it just goes, just immediately, as you can imagine. Like we have fish, we have mushrooms, and we need everything we can to flavor them because that gets old very fast.
No,
Don't you-
certainly.
Don't you have
Sorry,
a brother
you
or a
eat
cousin
fish.
from your pride that has some really good shipping contacts for this lovely spice? You may be able to put this gentleman in contact with.
That's
For a
what
bit
I
of
was
quid pro
actually
quo?
about to say. No, I was
Yeah.
gonna. Well, my family actually. I've come from descending of a long line of traders, and
Both his fins go up to his mouth. You would be able to get me in touch with like
well,
Hakan,
well,
like,
well,
conglomerate?
well, well. I could almost say it's a conglomerate. Maybe a bit of a strong word for what I'm going to do for you. But let's just say I know people who can help you out. But I do. You could help me out, and I could help you out. Does that sound nice? Maybe.
Of course. How?
Yeah.
What do you need? Like, take a look at the store. I'll give you a nice discount on anything.
Oh no. I'm not looking for anything really. Maybe something of well, obviously not of similar quality to what I just presented to you, but something like that. But that is not the primary matter I'm here on. My friend, the Hylar, who is here with me, he's a doctoral candidate.
Hello.
Hello.
he's doing a bit of research on the economy of the local planet, and as it pertains to localized missing persons. Now, I know this seems very weird and very specific, but it's a specialty field. He came up with it. General studies degrees, whole 9 yards. Now, what I'm wondering is if you've heard of any missing persons, people here and at one moment and then gone the next, within the past couple of weeks.
Foreigners. Or locals, actually.
Foreigners or locals. Why not both, actually? You know, maybe get a little bit of a test, like a, what's it called, study man?
They
Like
do
a
not
sample.
understand my research, nor
Oh, I can't
my field of
actually
study.
read. No, not at all. I pulled him aside. I'm lying, you twit.
What is he
Oh.
saying to us?
Well, of course, from one Hakan brother to another. Yes, I have detailed spreadsheets of all my transactions and all my business practices, which I would be more than happy to share for purely educational purposes. Missing persons, you say? I can't say that I've tracked that specifically. I do know that
No.
there's.
Maybe not tracking it, but like, has your business, like, if there was, say, a person who went missing recently in the area,
Well, there.
has your business? Was there a drop in business correlated
No,
thereafter?
business has been great. It's been
Oh,
very
so it's
consistent.
great
even
when
with
there's missing people
it's,
in the region. And I'm actually looking at the guy every time I mention missing persons, the captain. Like, so business is great when people go missing. Is that the kind of the correlation you're seeing in your area?
No, not at all. Like, no one really goes missing. Like, yes, there's been.
But hold on. So business has been great lately, and people are missing. Isn't that right, Captain?
Oh, you're talking to that captain.
I
Okay.
didn't know what you're
Yes.
talking about.
I thought you were talking to
But-
yourself
well,
because I was
well,
like, you're the captain on the vessel, but yeah, no.
No, I'm not a captain.
Captains
I
are.
guess the captain. The captain.
Yeah,
Well,
Tuck
yeah.
Nazar.
Big Shell,
Captains
can you put a leash on your cat? Because I think we need to think through our strategy. Are we going to go ask random people in the markets if they know about missing persons? Is that really the most efficient way
I
to
mean, we
spend
could
our
go to the
time?
Department of Missing Persons if you know where it is.
Hey,
But it's just weird that people might be missing. Like Frank.
There's been no.
It's like he's talking to the taxi driver who's taking him back from the airport, and he's like,
Yes,
"This is going to be my political commentator. I'm going to
Well,
do
I'm
this is
just saying that you have a research paper, and Frank might be missing. We have a perfect subject for it, and the captain might know about Frank missing. He's an
Are you-
official. Should we report Frank missing right now to you, Captain?
You made up Frank. He's a figment of
actually-
your imagination.
Actually, hang on. Can we confirm if Syndra has met Frank?
I don't think we know the agent. We're fresh out of the.
Yeah,
We're fresh out of the
I was just
academy,
thinking,
is what they said.
as a lion, you got a keen
And
sense
Frank's
of smell.
not even his name.
You could
Oh,
try
I'll
true.
say,
perception on the.
If you guys flip a light side point,
Mhm.
then one of you has had an encounter with the missing agent.
I'm very well traveled, probably. I don't know about the rest of you all, so maybe I would have, but I could have been in my little seedier days from beforehand. So maybe he put me on the path to right. I don't even know Frank's his name. I just said Frank because it was a spur of the moment thing, by the way.
All right, so Frank
it's
is now
Frank
the
the
name.
Okay.
The soul.
Mhm. So yeah, I do
Frank's
know
soul.
Frank then.
What is
Frank
this a
is-
real person? I
Yeah,
cannot
no, there's a
distinguish
Claris
between-
agent that went missing on the planet.
cannot distinguish between your lies and
Oh, you're joking.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, that's when Syndra figured this out. Syndra got off the vessel on this planet, was like, oh my god, this was where Frank was sending those Instagram messages on the Discord from. So you only just put that together, that was the agent that's gone missing, so.
Yeah.
Narratively, this is perfect now.
I love it. So yeah,
So-
no, Frank
Hey,
is
I
missing,
cannot
and he was
I
on
cannot
this
have
planet.
you harassing I cannot have you harassing the local shopkeepers and start spreading rumors about missing persons.
Do you feel harassed, or do you feel well connected to a conglomerate, Mister Hylar?
Yeah,
Or I feel
Captain,
very well connected.
Exactly.
Captain,
No harassment involved. You're the one harassing my time by wasting it, Captain. Now tell me, where is Frank?
Roll either coercion or. It sounds like you're rolling coercion. Someone else could try another check.
Someone else should probably try another check and interrupt me, because y'all have seen my coercion thing.
I've got 3 green on coercion.
Yeah,
Are you
we
guys
could
like
treat this as
stopped in the street?
No,
Yeah.
we're in the store. Or
Oh,
if the
I kind of
store is
envisioned
in
it as
the
like
at
the
the
store's
stall.
kind of like half of the
Yeah, I'd
streets.
argue
so-
Kid isn't in the store. I'd say Titans, Jelnar,
Hanging back.
Lion, and
Mhm.
does somebody else
No,
want to
for
do
sure.
the?
Maybe
this-
you interrupt me, Big
Yeah.
Al, if you're maybe like getting good cop, bad cop, but I'm not like full committing.
Well, I definitely think that we need to, address the fact that we're aware something is not cooey, and we're getting a little bit tired of the deception, and we're wanting to really get the truth. Otherwise, we will need to, go back to those higher ups who didn't want to meet us, maybe, and report the captain for his poor performance in insubordination. Take one out of his
No,
tactics.
All right.
Captain, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to go off on you like that. I just want to say, it's the spice, it's the poor quality. It's not the High Law's fault. That's what we're gonna help him for. But
Alright.
I'm so sorry. But
Difficult
Michelle, this is
coercion,
on you.
check is
3
2
green.
purple.
2 purple on top of 3 green. Not looking good, but 1 success, 1 advantage.
All right, so he just kind of like he looks at you and deflates. All right. So there was an incident the other week. We didn't think much of it. Just seemed like some random attack, random street crime. But yes, a person was murdered, and it was there weren't any ID on him. We figured it was a transient, but if it was a Caleris agent, then I suppose that would also make sense. Please describe Frank. Let us see if this is the right person.
Hold on. Let me pull out. So I pull out my like hollow phone or my futuristic Twilight phone.
Yep.
Pull it. I like scroll through his Instagram. Then I find like a photo of him and like his 4 kids, like at his Polaris Academy graduation. And like I really buttered up. It's like 17 years ago. I'm like, this is Frank.
Aye, that's him. All right. So, would you like to observe the corpse? Would you like
Yes.
to? All right. Follow me. We'll go to.
I'm a surgeon.
Well,
Have we identified the cause of death?
Sorry, what does being a virgin have to do with it?
A surgeon.
Ah, surgeon, like a fish. That big long one.
Yeah.
In the North Sea. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Like-
I'm gonna go bio, guys. I'll be right back.
All right.
Like a medical doctor that opens your stomach and
Okay,
I
so
thought
you're
you were
hoping
a dentist.
are you hoping to save Frank? Let's go save Frank. Yep. Let's go see
no,
Frank.
I want to know the cause of death.
Ah, cause of death.
did we want to take a 5-minute bio break, then come back and do an autopsy?
Yeah, let's do an autopsy.
Fair enough.
That works for
A
me.
fish on fish. Is he a fish? He's not a fish.
No, he's human.
Yeah,
he's soul.
He's human.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Back in 5.
Welcome back.
That was quite funny.
Oh my god, that was too good. I like stood up and like I was like, oh, I have to pee really bad because I was like laughing so hard. So I was like, I gotta go. There's no holding this in. Oh man. Yeah, so my character's like not supposed to be like looking at the stats. I'm like, I'm playing it like I imagined it, but the rolls aren't gonna be there, so I gotta get a little more honey. I think I have to like build it up and then start getting into a bad situation and charm my way out of it. As opposed to just like trying to brute force everything, I guess.
It's funny.
Oh, we have a chat. BRB. Okay.
The chat.
Oh, you know how like you have the chat on the stream, like on the right side.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could pull up the stream. I didn't think about that.
Oh, I've been watching you all the whole time. It helps me like, cause that way I can see like your body language and know when like I should like it's good to grab you in. If that makes sense. Like whenever you like urge and you have like something you want to do.
Who's streaming? Big Al?
Gal is. Oh, I'm watching the Discord stream is what I was talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm watching the Discord stream as well.
Oh, okay. But I am gonna watch Big Al Switch. Why not?
Yeah, what's the
Gotta go. You gotta see what chat's up to. Sure, there's no one on. I mean, it's
what's
midnight.
Big Al's account?
Big Al Cappuccino. Twitch.tv/Big Al Cappuccino. 301 followers? The big dog. Oh, man.
All right.
There we go. Big Al, you having fun, buddy?
Yeah, it's just it's different. It's like a little bit feels like bumbling, but then I suppose that's the fun because if you knew where it was going, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I mean, it's kind of also weird for me perceptually that the GM has a story in the background. You know what I mean? And I feel like, are we on it? Are we off it? And does it matter? And yeah, it's cool.
Well, it does matter though because like the thing is like especially the way Susan's doing it, this is collaborative storytelling. Like we are not like he is giving us a scene and we are. It's like you say about Ti. Like we are the actors on the stage. Like he can give us a scene, he gives us a setting, but you know we could nuke this whole planet. And if we could find a way to do it, and that was our entire goal, he would have to enable us. It'd be hard, but yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's very, very different. I mean, compared to because the other thing is, like my wife said last night, she was laughing. I don't have a mind's eye. If people say to me, "Picture an apple," and and I close my eyes, I don't actually see an apple, and I didn't even know this until I don't know a couple of years ago. We were talking about it at the one dinner party, and so yeah, for me things are very much logical transactions and steps in a machine. Functions probably is the best word. But this is still fun.
No, that's why I'm the exact same way. Like I do not have the mind's eye. That's why like I've been watching everyone's body language on here, and it's like whenever I get up, I like stand up and walk. I'm like I'm doing this, and I walk up like that. Like that helps me, like get in this. You know what I mean? Just get more involved.
I definitely think you're into it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I see the street. I see the store.
That's
I play
sick.
D&D like almost weekly.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why like I'm like a weird GM. Like, because I don't see that, but like I make the characters very good, so I get people involved that way. But the setting is my weakness. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Susan, you're doing a fantastic job, man. Thank you for
so much fun.
putting this all together, man. Seriously, he is the award-winning GM. Everyone.
The reigning.
Gen Con 20.
The reigning.
Eternally reigning, mind you. No one's usurping that throne.
Because DMing contests are dumb and they didn't do them ever again.
Yeah.
No, they weren't when you did it.
Exactly. All other DMing contests are dumb. The one you did, I think it got it right.
Yeah, I think the other thing in a regular troop, in a regular troop where you just build and build on the characters, I can see that this would be quite addictive, where you actually have your Second Life. Like I played a little bit of Second Life many years ago, and it's surprisingly how quickly that became, that alternate persona, that alternate character. And I could see that, like, as a first time out, it's like kind of tricky. Like I don't, but I could see that growing. I could see that being quite exciting to see how that individual persona develops and grows. So.
Put it
Let's be Big Al with a shell today. That's fun.
To put it in perspective, my name Drago is my first like D&D character I played years ago, and just taking on that name because it was like, guy I love.
Yeah.
Part of you now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Part of the
Top
fun
C.
is to move from like characters you start with like that are kind of like you that you feel comfortable with to then becoming like characters that are not at all like you.
Well,
Your first character is you.
Yes,
That's
exactly. That's why I chose this guy, because it's like diplomacy, and it was like I
Absolutely.
just read it. I didn't even want to read the others. But I also played Gloomhaven, and so Gloomhaven's got a lot of that connecting with the character, exploring the character beyond yourself. When you retire a character and you get a new one, it's sadness and it's excitement, and
Yeah.
I mean that in the Gloomhaven context was really interesting to me. So yeah.
Probably good to get back in it. Sorry to get us
Yep,
off
yep.
square there for a second, buddy.
Oh, are there any questions or anything from the stream?
Uh,
Is
no,
anyone even watching the stream?
I think we're now watching the stream.
I was in it a second ago and I got
Yeah.
out, but there were
Yeah,
three viewers right now.
the 5 viewers is us. No, but Jadim Jedi, JJ's been watching since the beginning. We had Brutal at one
Awesome.
point, so there's been one or two in and out. I mean,
Nah, it's fun.
The captain is leading you, and he takes you to the local hospital and leads you to the basement, opens up a set of double doors, and into the morgue, where you are met by an imposing Gashly coroner.
So I'd like to. So that's where they kind of did Did they do an autopsy, or am I doing the first one? Can I ask them that?
Yeah, go. You're in charge, my man. You
Yeah.
can do it.
Ask. Like, the Gashly just kind of like trundles up to you and just kind of like stares down at you. You could just
So-
like feel the glare through the suits.
I kind of moved to the back of my bowl. Have you conducted an autopsy to determine the cause of death of the Colaris agent here?
By the way, Rick,
trying
to say
I'm incompetent?
I was not suggesting that. However, I would like to know if is there a report that has been produced?
Of course there is a report. Please go to that computer and log in and review the reports.
Okay. Can I try to evaluate the level of technology that they are using at?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Roll
at
a
this
mechanics check, or just intellect check if you don't have mechanics.
Oh, I have mechanics.
Oh,
Difficulty is 2 purple.
This guy.
God.
That's the eye. The Rift ate my dice.
So you're looking around and like you're a little distracted. You can't really get a good feel for it. With that one advantage, I will say that. Let's see. What do you notice? You do notice just a lot of aggression coming from the Gashly towards you, which is not terribly
Yeah.
surprising. Doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be wanting to talk to you much at all, and is probably not going to be much of an open book to you.
Okay. Can I read the report?
Yes,
It is-
it's a fairly cursory report. It's you wouldn't say that it's detailed, but it's not sparse. It's just they found a corpse. Seems to show signs of blunt trauma with some stab wounds and death related to that. Didn't see anything really atypical, so they didn't do a full autopsy. They just did a physical examination and a scan.
Right.
At this
I'm
point,
gonna-
I'll rejoin the party, by the way. Walking.
I'm gonna ask them in the comms. And it's like, what are we trying to get here?
well, I think we just kind of want to know who did him in and how, right?
Mhm.
Maybe
You will
Maybe
you
you're
will be able to
more
get
deft hands. What'd you say, Susan? I'm sorry, you cut out.
you will be able to get some more things from the body, like if with a more detailed examination. He's a Colaris agent, so kind of to look for stuff. Also, like his clothes, his artifacts, like the stuff that he
Yeah, I
would
was
have
going to say,
on him.
what was he found with? Was that in the same report or in a different report?
The medical report just lists that he had clothes and a backpack.
Clothes in the backpack.
Also a pistol, a concealed pistol that they discovered.
All right. So, Highlight, do you want to do the autopsy? And
Yeah.
I think thereafter we can talk to the captain about getting the rest of the police report. Pistol.
I want to examine his duffel bag.
Okay. So this would be probably just a perception if you're examining the duffel bag.
No, you said backpack. I just called it, but that was not funny. Will that be with him? Like, that would be strange, right? Because they usually are naked by the time they get to the morgue.
I'll say that the captain he radioed, and they're bringing over his articles so that you can examine them here.
All right, so let's do it all. I want to examine his things, and I want to redo the autopsy in a patronizing manner to further alienate the Gaslight. I'm going to go over and see here. You didn't actually look quite deep into the tissue to see the kind,
Okay.
But I'm going to do it in my most seemingly neutral. I'm attempting to seem neutral, but I'm jabbing him, her, it. I don't know, whatever it is.
So, roll me a medicine check for the autopsy. Difficulty is going to be 3 purple.
Okay.
And I will give you a blue die because this is a Cleris agent.
Okay.
You get a yellow and 3 green for medicine.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Super big.
3 failure and 3 advantages.
Fuck.
In the middle of this, this is I'm gonna say I messed him up. Hey, you ever harvest organs and maybe try to sell them?
I also have surgeon when you succeed. Oh, it's okay. It's when you succeed.
Mm-hmm. But that's what's messing him up because I'm just hey, how much do you think that would sell for? Just I know it's Frank, but it's not Frank now.
So you're asking the Gaslight about this?
Yeah, I'm asking him, but I'm being kind of loud. And I think I'm distracting him, the doctoral.
You're interfering with my work.
Yeah. So
just like real life, Fox.
It's like.
We do not harvest organs. There are not enough humans on planet to make it economically viable.
Oh no!
We will put him into the reprocessors, into the recyclers, and return his body to the ground and grow food and continue the circle of life.
But what if money entered this equation, and we didn't do what you said, and instead we made money off of Frank Decalor?
The captain kind of steps in at this point. I'm not going to allow you to be party to any kind of corpse robbing.
No. This is all in the hypothetical kind of thing. Just seeing what opportunities are out there, of course.
Why is Sindra drunk on the job? She wakes up drinking. What is?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay, so
why did I find my advantage? So I failed at my autopsy. I was too busy patronizing.
Your autopsy does not come up with any kind of cause of death, anything abnormal about the attackers. That tells you nothing that the reports didn't already tell you. This guy was beaten. This guy was stabbed. That's how he died. With 3 advantages, however.
Sorry.
Sorry. 3 advantages as you're scanning over with one of your tools. You're getting a weird ping off of as you're kind of scanning his body, and it's almost like there's something in his hand.
What is it in his hand? Can I open it? Is it clutching?
No, his hand is
like a mineral sensed or a transponder under the skin.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's intimidating.
Open.
You're poor children. You just had that right on the desk. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we're making pictures, so we're cutting them.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you cut open the hand and you find a small recording, a small data core.
Ah, yes. Information.
All right.
Can we read it at the moment? Do we have the device to?
Can I plug it into Pell? Do you have a USB?
Pell, bend over.
It's like
USB-C.
I will say yes.
Glad they went to the universal format.
He's an Apple. He only has Lightning.
Do you have a little portal, a touch screen that I could or is it just you?
Oh, I don't think he has a touch screen, buddy.
His eyes roll back and you start seeing the text on his eyes.
This part of my chest just opens up and then there's just an iPad.
like a Teletubby head.
Okay, so the Pell plugs the data core in and starts to review the information. It is encoded, but you try a couple Calari's Council codes and it unlocks. And you determine that this is just a quick recording, a dead drop for this particular agent should he, go missing and his body be discovered.
Should he
To
drop
kind of
dead?
give a run. Yeah, a very, very dead drop of what he was doing. And you find that he found some information regarding a site on the dark side of the planet that might be an old L1Z1X research facility.
We got
And
coordinates?
there seems... What?
Coordinates?
There's a rough map coordinate. Like he got it down to like a sector, but not like a specific zone.
Mhm. Cool.
So he was working on trying to like narrow it down. He does mention that his last couple entries that he thinks he was being tracked. That he kept seeing the same 3 Winarians, and it looked like they might have some strange augmentations on them.
And the L1
And that's
became the Winar. Sorry, the Winarians became the L1. Is that correct?
No.
No,
no.
they're separate.
No, they were Lazax.
No, L1
Oh,
was
Lazax
former
became
Laz-
L1. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Winarians were the keepers. Cool.
Mhm.
And can we confirm at this stage if the 3 guards that were with the captain were Winarians?
No, they're Letnev.
Letnev, yeah. Are the Winarians ones with 4 arms? Was that?
I don't know if the
Doesn't
Winarians
matter.
have 4 arms. Do
think they're
Winarians
just-
have 4
I
arms?
think they're just 2 because they're only pictures.
They're
This.
pretty humanoid.
Oh, the Lazax says.
Lazax
four.
is 4. Okay, sweet.
And 3. No, they had 3 hearts, I think, though.
Oh man.
Not 4.
I know the doctor's
Not
got
4.
2.
No. Yeah, the Lazax had 3 hearts, I think, something like that.
Well, I think we found our location, man.
Well, I think we need to go up in
I-
the spaceship, scan that area to zoom it in. There was
Well,
some.
wasn't it? But Pelo, didn't you say something about Winarans with augmentations on them?
Hmm.
In the data recordings?
There
Did
was
you-
mention of that. Like it's fairly vague mentions, and that's like the last entry.
Okay, before we go to the dark side of the planet, maybe Big Shell has a little conversation, or maybe with some Winarans with some interesting augmentations. Maybe we try to find them, or do you think we should jump straight into the fire, go to the dark side of the planet?
What about examining the?
I pull us into the corner, by the way, like away from the Geschlei people.
No,
Yeah.
we're doing it in our comp.
Okay,
Oh.
that's fine.
'Cause, what about the rest of his stuff? Frank's stuff.
So go ahead, roll perception checks on it.
But
Right,
I need
help
to
in that
add a-
anyway.
I think
Yeah,
I
you
think he said
can-
everyone. He said
Okay.
perceptions. Yeah.
everyone does
Difficulty
it?
is going to be
Oops. Sorry.
2 purple.
Everyone can add 2 blue dice as well. Because of my thing.
0 with 3 advantage.
My first failure all night.
1 success and a threat.
Success.
But
of the threat.
doctoral.
I have a triumph.
All right, so that threat is going to be a point of strain. Like you're trying to crowd around all this stuff, and you get an elbow in the gut, and it causes you a point of strain.
Yep.
So working together, with all this advantage, and God, only one person succeeded.
Yeah,
You're
one
welcome, by the
success.
way.
Though. Syndra
gotta
the lion, good for more than one thing.
I have a
A lot of
triumph.
war, no
though.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the triumph is going to get you a lot of information. So you're going over this clothes, going over the body in the backpack. You're finding the hidden chambers. This guy, he was a Claris agent, so his backpack was full of hidden pockets and stuff, and all his clothes, everything he has been cut open. Every pocket, has been slashed. It looks like they were the knife. He was knifed to death, but it primarily looks like they had the knife just to check every single pocket, every single part of his clothes, and see if there's anything hidden in it. They missed the implant in his hand, but it seems like all the other hidden pockets have been evacuated, except for like the strap. So with the strap, the shoulder strap of the backpack, there was a very thin, very hidden, rolled map of the dark side of the sector, the dark side of the planet, where he believes that this thing was. It looks like he was able to access some information from the data core at the center of the city, and pulled an ancient map from the time of the battle, and there was some electronic activity coming from a specific sector that the vessel detected as it was crashing.
Cool. So we've got more points of interest to hit into.
Excellent.
I mean, I didn't have a problem going and searching for the Winarans. Maybe just asking the captain if the 3 Winarans with any modifications rings any bells, and then checking
Where
perception.
Not off the top of my head, but I can certainly put out the call. Like if there's there not be many Winarans in the city, so if there be agents of the L1Z1X here, we certainly would like to root them out and bring them in for question.
I definitely would like step forward and be like, make sure you get your men on it now. And I don't know if I can like
Of course.
push on that.
Peck him. Give him a little peck.
He walks out of the room and he he puts a
my
finger
head.
to an ear and he starts making calls.
Trying to flex the leadership muscle. That's what my guy's got. So I don't know how to.
Have we
Yeah.
got the captain's number so that if we leave the captain behind and go on our ship solo, we can contact the captain again?
Yes, the captain
We're on a
gives you his
planet
contact
within
notes.
range. Sweet.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
on the way back to the ship, we scan for any Winarnians with enhancements, and if we see none, then get back.
Send the drones.
Ooh, the
Drones
drones
go
could be
out.
looking.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sindra, you coming through? Not at the moment. Just check that you're not on mute.
I muted myself. Thank you.
Yeah, all good, man. We're seeing you talking away there pretty happily, but
I just keep it's great. No, what I'm saying is I think we do need to move with haste since our presence is now known on the planet thanks to our nice. I look at the cabin, babysitter. So I do think we need to move with haste towards the dark side in case there's any nefarious activities. But if we see any Winarans with our lovely drones, we may be. No,
Mm.
that's my thoughts on it. But always open to input from my good comrades.
I think the breadcrumbs are go back to the ship, fly over to the dark side, grab some lunch on the way.
Pass and go. Grab 200.
Keep my eye out for
I
some
will-
birdseed.
Status phase refresh.
Status refresh.
Yeah, as you're walking through the trade sector, you find a lovely shop that has this riced mushroom style thing. Like they, shredded it, fried it up, puffed it out a little bit, and some fried fish on top. It actually is incredibly good.
Grab a bowl. and
Roy.
I look at it for a second, and you think I'm going to use my hands, but then I start going. Just pecking at it.
Oh
He
man.
didn't do that on the ship, but he's doing it here. It's weird.
I always hid myself as I ate.
Culturally appropriate.
Oh my
Alright.
gosh.
So head back to the ship. Go ahead and make perception checks.
Then we get the bonus from our good friend Palo, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2 blues.
and I'm going to
Susan,
flip
does that stack with the
Ooh, two advantage.
sense of familiars?
Oh,
Uh,
what was the difficulty? I'm sorry, or I just do the roll itself. It's not opposed.
So
I'll read.
this would be 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black.
Okay. Thank you.
Perception re-rolling.
And then
Yeah,
you get you do
red,
get
one
the
black.
blue dice, the 2 blue dice from the scanners. Were
Two
you asking about any other kind of
successes.
stacking payload?
Yeah, I was asking if the scanners stack with the heightened awareness ability. Like, is it get 4 blue dice out of that, or is it just 2 total?
What does heightened awareness do?
That's
What's it read?
Oh wait, I guess that's only allies. So yeah, I guess everyone gets 2, but then I also get 2 from the sense of familiar. Okay, I get it now.
Okay.
Heightened awareness is only for allies. It's
Okay.
not for me. So the sense of familiars are just the ones helping me.
That makes sense.
So you said black, red, and purple.
Black, red, purple. Yep. 1 of each.
So we've got a couple of successes there. 2, 4,
I'm
5,
flipping
Really
a
good
6.
again,
point
threat.
for no particular reason.
Jesus. 9 successes.
Do I not take a strain for the threat?
I'm going to say yes, you do take strain for the threat, specifically because as you succeed, you're like keeping your eyes open, moving pretty fast back towards the ship. You do spot a trio of Winarians,
Oh,
and
yes.
kind of looking at them like they have heavy cloaks like over their heads, but as they're looking around, like some of them have like cyber eyes. And the problem is that when you spot them is underneath your ship.
Oh,
These
Okay.
people always trying to scuff my landing gear. Okay.
I immediately would want to flank like around the side and take a hiding position behind some.
yeah. I tend
I need to
towards
flip
agreeing
another
this
story
is
for that?
not a
Stealth.
diplomacy point. Or maybe.
I will say one thing. I think you should be the bad cop, and I'll try the good cop this time. I want to see what you got, buddy. It's like a game to Sindra, by the way. Like I'm not taking it seriously at all. Just so everyone knows. All right,
Toying.
Jace. Yeah.
Keith,
What do you think?
Go ahead, roll a stealth check.
Stealth?
Yes.
Anything to it?
What?
Dice to add.
These people are awful at perception. 1 purple.
Purple. All right.
Even though they've got the
Can I-
mods.
I mean, are we wanting to engage with them in a combat, or are we going to see what's going to happen first?
I think the same thing as last time.
Yeah. I'm going, and I'll have a chat first, but what I like is my weapon does massive damage up close, so I never mind going in for close quarters. I'll start
And
with a
I'm-
bit of rashness.
But we do need a plan. Remember last time we had a queue. That's all I'm saying. Maybe. What are you going to do when you want me to come in after you're done being the bad cop?
Keith, you failed, but you got 4 advantages. So
Mhm.
here's how that's going to play. Like you're sneaking behind, behind boxes, behind crates, behind people. Just it's a busy trade dock, so there's a lot of cover for you to get there, and you're doing pretty well getting all the way around your ship into a flanking position on these guys, and they're not seeing you at all, and you're in position, and you kind of like poke your head around a corner, just as like an errant wrench that's like next to the landing gear that you're behind just kind of falls and clatters to the ground. But what you see, with those 4 advantage, you can tell exactly what they're doing. They had like a toolkit with them. They were opening up a panel on your ship, and there's a large wad with like a big blinking light between the 3 of them.
A blinking light. Do I recognize what the blinking light is?
It's a
device?
bomb. They
Oh,
were
then
putting a
put a
bomb in your
bomb.
ship.
They have a bomb on the ship. I'm taking it now. No time for talk. And then I
Yeah,
immediately go in for
exactly.
a bow strike.
Exactly, engage.
Yeah.
All right, that's initiative time.
Ooh, shit.
Vigilant. No, it's not vigilance on this end. It's
Roger,
Okay.
roll. Yeah.
What
It would
are
be
we?
cool for you, vigilance for them.
okay.
Cool.
So what?
Is it
Cool.
competing or just roll flash cool? Or flat cool, I mean.
Yeah, it's just a flat one. I've
Okay.
started the initiative track.
Thank you.
Rolling.
What does cool mean?
It's a stat called cool, COOL.
Yeah, but like, what is like, what is it?
Like
Oh,
we're remaining calm, and they're trying to oppose that with vigilance.
Yeah, cool is keeping your head in difficult situations, or having the presence of mind to ambush something.
Well, I was very presently minded.
Excellent.
Yeah, cool represents ability to appear outwardly calm and collected. Cool is used to determine initiative ordering. Thing to encounter knows a fight is coming and has to be prepared or to resist flattery.
So these guys are not trained in vigilance, but they still get 2 dice.
So we are outside the ship, and they are
Under it.
under our ship.
Yeah, don't hit the bomb is what I will say. Jesus.
Or do we get a new ship?
Yeah.
Maybe a Winaran ship.
I hear they have massive fleets. Maybe they have some to spare.
3.1. They take the first
Yep.
initiative.
I somehow got the best with just 2 green dice. However, looks like we got some triumphs here. Who got triumphs?
How do we know which one we are?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got a triumph.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
Pell
If
got a
it was-
triumph, and yeah, I got an
Oh, is-
advantage.
I got an
Is it
advantage
like
as well.
pooled? Is it pooled like all of our results?
Nah, each
Kind of
person
like
gets added up and then it goes into initiative like that, I think.
Let
Yeah,
him.
Big Shell also got a triumph.
So Susan, how does it work?
So if you rolled a triumph, then you can make an immediate maneuver.
Ah,
And then, so there's PC slots and there's NPC slots. They're not locked into who specifically goes. It's just when a PC slot comes up, one person
One of
gets
us
to
can
go.
go.
all right.
And you can kind of decide amongst yourselves.
What is our current range on these buggers under the ship?
So, Ked Casey's is going to be at a short range.
Yeah.
Other people were approaching from the front. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much.
Okay.
I blew
So-
I blew cover, so yeah.
Everyone else is going to be at medium range, and Ked is all alone, and they definitely see Ked. They don't necessarily see the other people, because everyone is focused on them. So Ked is short, everyone else medium.
Where do I see
Yeah.
the range? So medium, if I want to move one closer with my triumph, that gets me engaged.
That would get you to short.
And
Yes.
then as part of my initiative, I'll be able to then move one more as part of
Yep.
that and then kick their ass. Yeah, so I'll move forward. So, short.
All right, fast turtle, just like sprinted forward.
Yeah.
Who else
But-
got?
Backwards.
Are
Sprinted
they-
backwards. The shell is defense.
Ah.
I thought.
Who else
No,
got
I
triumph?
I did.
Is there anything you want to do? And
I
maneuver.
would-
Remember, maneuver is not just movement; it's also like aiming. It's like
Mm.
picking up something. It's drawing an item. It's it's those types of actions.
Okay. I have an ability that allows me to use a triumph to like essentially stun them, but I have to be in close quarters. I think
I think
because it says range engaged.
so. You're gonna have to be up on them.
Okay. Can I like bank the triumph for that and get closer, or do I need to spend it right away?
You kind of have to spend it right away. Like the
Okay.
Still using
Is
it
that-
to get closer is a big boon right now.
So you're 2 moves away, so getting one.
Yeah, like
Okay.
that way on your first turn you'll be able to immediately engage in melee, which seems to be a forte of yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do that to move closer. And then do I get to do like a move after that, or is it just that's the triumph just to move?
That's a triumph. It happens right now. So you two just like kind of sprint forward, and then when it comes to your turn, you'll be able to take an action and a maneuver.
Okay. I put on my rocket shoes and boost forward.
It's fun that the two tanks are just like sprinting ahead.
I'll just quickly read the maneuvers. It includes readying, holstering, or loading a weapon, drawing an item from storage or putting it away, adding a blue dice by aiming, moving one range band closer or further away, opening a door, diving behind cover, dropping prone or standing up, or helping an engaged ally perform a task, adding a blue to their next check. So if you know somebody else is following, you can do that.
All right.
Wait,
Cool.
you said we were in medium range, right? Yeah.
You're in short now.
we're now
because you-
short.
Now I'm short.
Titan and Extra are both at short. So with our first
And-
attack, we can step right into
And
them
as well.
Yes.
and then fight.
Go ahead.
So the NPCs rolled stupidly well, so they get to go first.
Mhm.
See, come at me. I'm like in the corner.
They're going to as soon as my laptop wakes up
Yeah.
and I can see their weapons. Okay. So 2 of them are going to pull like these small stubby beam guns out of their belts and just whip shots at you. So they're a minion group, which means that they combine their attacks together. It's going to be just a single attack against you.
Do they aim at anybody specific, or do they just fire at will?
Oh, they're aiming at Ked.
Ah, okay, cool.
They saw me right.
Kid
in
made
the-
the
in
noise. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they're looking
Yep.
at me, running right.
Now you're at short
And then
range.
a turtle and a big machine show up right behind him.
On the other side, because I flanked.
You're at short range, so it's only a purple die for them. However, you do have cover. So that's going to be 2 black dice for the heavy cover. They're going to spend 1 maneuver aiming, though, so they get a blue.
0 successes.
Completely washed. So, like, they fire their blast into your head, just like you whip your head back behind the landing gear. You feel like splashes of metal as like a little bit just kind of flex onto you. But yeah, they miss.
Why do people keep messing with the landing gear?
The third one, as they're firing, is going to quickly kneel down next to the bomb and just start pressing buttons on it.
Yeah,
It is now
yeah.
a PC turn, and it could be anyone's turn.
So, Titan, do you want to smash him in the face? Or do you want me to smash him
I can
in
either
the face?
smash him in the face,
That's
or
the
I
one.
also have a where did it go? Shock thing. I don't know if that would be
Shock
helpful.
field. Damage is
Shock
dealt as
field.
strain instead of wounds. Add sim booster for each modular sims are engaged. But I think deploying
I
them
would-
actually... Yeah.
I mean, they were already out before, but I don't know if they would still be considered out. But they aren't I guess they're not engaged with the target currently. I also don't know if that's helpful to shock them.
Nah, I would just
I'll probably
energize
just go up
fists.
Yeah,
You've
just
got
go
a
up and
yellow,
punch 'em.
3
Yeah.
green, punch him like anything. Just quickly, if he
Hey.
gets the... everybody's getting a move before the NPC goes again, correct?
Yes, that was all of them moving on this single initiative.
Sweet.
Their turn went. Now it's our
No.
turns in whatever order.
Non-lethal, so we can put the good doctor to work after, please.
Alright, so Tati goes first, smash it.
Like a
Alright,
surgeon.
Pello runs up to the one that's arming the bomb and cranks the energy dial from 11 to 10. Then energize fists them right in the face. So how do I
To
do
11.
So
But
on the
this goes
right hand
to
side,
11.
change to
I'll go
weapon.
to 11.
You know,
On the right hand side, you got history, chat, and then weapon. And then you should be able to
History,
choose
chat.
the weapon and then build pool.
Okay, cool.
All melee attacks are 2 purple base. This guy's he's kneeling on the ground, which means he's effectively prone, so you're going to get a blue boost die on top of that.
Nice.
Easy to punch a
Smash 'em.
person who's kneeling over something, it turns out.
Ooh,
Sweet.
if you spend a story die, the target can't perform an action on its next. It might be worth it. He can't even arm that bomb at all in his next.
Yeah. I don't know, I mean,
How do? Oh, you mean if I spent one?
I see staggering force. If you make a successful melee, which you did, you can use this. I think that icon's a story token. Can't perform an action on its next. Worth it.
so the
It
damage
says,
is
spend his
7.
triumph.
Spend
Is
a
it? Oh, that's a triumph. My bad.
Yeah.
It looks
4
out of Zoom
advantages.
on mine.
What? How do we know what their soak and wounds is?
I do. I keep track of that.
We don't see that. We just know we hit them and the guy's bent over.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's to help us make it feel like less of a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Mhm.
I do see that you got 4 advantage, and that your crit is actually 4. So minions, you got 4 advantage. Yeah, so you can crit this guy. And minions, as a rule, when you crit them, they go down.
Okay.
So you
He
could
died.
spend those 4 advantage and you punched him right at the sweet spot back of the skull, and he just goes limp.
Did you kill him, or was that lethal force or non-lethal force, buddy?
Lethal. There's 2 more we can save.
It was lethal
No.
for a humanoid, but not a Titan.
Oh no.
He hasn't been calibrated yet.
The force was not lethal, but the result was.
All right, so we now have another PC slot.
Cool. I will maneuver 1 into engaged range. I don't know why it's not giving me my weapon. And then
I should
will...
also mention, as we're getting into our first combat, everyone has the option to spend 2 strain to take an extra maneuver on their turn.
Let me quickly go to my list of maneuvers. And I'm been holding my Axie thing, or would I have to take a strain too? I wasn't sure of that when I was setting it up. Because it's quite a big gas axe thing.
you knew these guys were there, so I think it's reasonable to assume that you would have had it drawn.
Yeah, like my when I was creating my character, I just said I'm always carrying it. You know what I mean? It's like it's a
Fair,
big ass
fair,
thing.
fair.
Yeah, sweet as. That made sense to my head. So I will build pool. It is a yellow, green, green, purple, purple. I don't know where the purple came from.
Because it's a melee attack.
Okay. And do I need to add anything else?
This is against just one of the standing people.
Yeah. I'll just aim at the one that looks like a
They look
bullshit
very
bugger.
similar. So, yeah.
The one
Yeah, that's it.
on the left. Just rolling. And I've got to go back to history. 4 fucking hell. 3 failures. What? All right. Break it to me.
So you missed. However, you got 4 advantage. So that's great. And like, if you'll note in that advantage disadvantage chart, there are things you can do even without like hitting with those advantage.
Yeah, let's
You
go
could,
take
like,
a look.
So
So
for 3
remove
advantage,
strain,
you could,
add blue to the next ally. 3 advantage, I could ignore penalizing environmental effects. Add black
Make them
to
drop
melee or
their
ranged
weapon.
attack. It's targeting you until the end of the next turn. Force the target to drop a melee or ranged weapon, which they don't necessarily have. I mean, yeah, I
No,
just think...
they have pistols out.
Oh, they have
guns.
pistols. So if they drop them, they've got to spend an action picking them up or something?
Yeah, absolutely. So like you could say that you charged, you took a swing at him, but he like ducked back and you like hit the gun right out of his hand. and it
Done.
goes spinning.
Force target to drop melee or ranged weapon they are wielding. Done.
Sweet. Okay, so one of them is disarmed.
Right
The
on.
one on the left.
Hold him.
I'll run up with and stow. So yeah, I'll do that. So to run up from short to engage would be a maneuver.
Yes.
So then one maneuver, I'll take 2 strain to swap to my dagger.
Cool.
And I'm gonna try to put it behind. Now that they're looking that way, I'm gonna go to the guy that dropped his weapon, and I'm gonna put my blade behind his throat, hold him, and keep him still to like neutralize the other guy, because the other guy's down, one guy's up. I'm gonna take the guy out, say, hey, put your guns down. Put your gun down.
Okay, so we'll roll a
Try.
roll me a coercion check.
Anything to that?
So difficulty will be 1 red, 1 purple, 1 black.
They've acted already this turn.
I'm only getting like half the words you're saying.
Sorry, they already acted this turn, so I don't get a
Oh,
Correct.
we missed. Yeah.
2 failures and advantage.
Jeez.
So
I
you
love
got
it.
your knife on him. He's still struggling, but like you have a really good position on him. So
Can I use that advantage to remove a strain or no?
you can, yes.
Cool.
And this is the thing you're
I
doing
took
before
2 more.
now choosing to stab, correct? Or is this instead of a
That was
melee attack?
his action was
okay.
to go and try to coerce him. Yeah.
Sweet. So you tried the nice approach. Cool.
Try to be a nice guy.
So
Look
now
what got you.
It's a
Syndra
little
or
extortion.
Hylar.
Next turn, I just do this to his throat. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all it's going to be.
Yeah.
Hylar,
That's
you're
fair,
up,
that's
buddy.
fair. You chose.
So I'm gonna use my Adic memory. So 1 per session, I can make an average knowledge check as an action, and if successful, I find 1 item that has been lost, misplaced, or forgotten earlier.
Okay. What are you looking for?
What am I looking for?
His virginity. We talked about this earlier. He lost it. He can't find it.
I'm
I'm
looking
sorry.
for it like a surgeon. I would like cutting for the very first time. It's actually a big owl. It's a big owl.
Well, I
It's
know.
a Weird
I'm
Al
seeing
joke.
him in 2 weeks, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, cool.
Jealous.
Weird Al, Big Al.
What are you looking for?
I'm trying to see something that that these Winarian agents have either lost or misplaced or left behind. that would give us more information. They would like give us leverage over them.
Okay.
That we
Leverage
can hold over them in some way.
Okay. So you're looking at the 3 or now 2 Winarite agents.
Oops.
You're
Hey, the third one's there. He's just
yeah. You're seeing like the cybernetics on them, like the eyes, the hands, and it's striking you. That's not Winarian technology. That is L1Z1X technology that they've been implanted with.
They have
And
been enhanced.
similarly, the bomb that they're using is it's the warhead for a Winarian ordnance, or for L1Z1X ordnance. If that goes off, it will absolutely destroy your ship and probably the nearest 5 ships as well.
All right. Well, I relay that information. So that was my goal, right?
You can move closer, maybe.
Or farther.
Oh,
Maybe,
further
yes.
away.
No, I stay comfortably behind my robot friend.
He moved up.
I would say
I
that
know.
I just punched someone's face in, so I'm real close up there.
I
Yeah.
know, but I feel good when I'm behind you.
oh.
I would say that if you flip a story point, then you could say that as an undergraduate, you took an elective on Winarian
Bomb disposal.
on L1Z1X, like war studies, and an expert came in and gave a discussion about bomb disposal.
All right. Yes. Let's
Spend
do
a
this.
story
This sounds
point.
good. And so I will move in the shadow of my Titanic friend, and I'm
James
going to
Cameron.
try to get close to the bomb to disarm the bomb.
Okay, so you move up 1. You're now at short range, definitely inside the blast radius. And we got one last PC slot.
Hi.
Syndra.
So there's a nice fella who has a knife on his neck.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use my maneuver to move closer. And then, is it a male that is with our nice friend there, with my lovely Argentinian friend?
Hard to tell with Winarians.
Oh, fair enough. Well, we're brewing for a real funny thing because Syndra doesn't know either. I take 2 strain, which I will take now, to move up next to our good friend that has a knife on his neck, and I pull my dagger out because I had a pistol in one hand, dagger in the other, and I go up to his crotch, and I'm like, "Now, friend, we're entering into a bit of a negotiation here. Either you become a eunuch, or you disarm the bomb with us. How do you feel?"
Roll a coercion. I take it you're using your.
I'm using my weapon. Yeah, brandishing that weapon, so I get 2 successes and a threat.
Yep.
On top of my little bit of coercion here,
Mhm.
just a little 1 dice green.
So their willpower is one red, 1 purple, 1 black.
1 red, 1 purple, 1 black. All right.
For your
3 failures. I'm really. That's the exact
What do
same
you
threat I
add to
had
it?
before. Like 2 6. It's one. It's the exact same as last time. Literally the exact same thing.
So 1 failure net.
Yeah.
1 failure, 2
One-
threat.
Yep. That's fine. It's part of the story. It's something I think this is what this person would do. So totally cool
Yep.
with it.
Yep.
I'm thinking about going and finding a ship 5 bays down, maybe 7. but the High Lord's knowledge made me feel a lot better about that. So
So, guess what those 2 threat get you?
Some strain.
The attention of these 2 Winarian minions. So yeah, you have a
That's
knife
fine.
on the one guy.
On his crotch, yeah.
Which means that there's another who has a gun out, who's like
Yeah.
right next to you.
Yeah.
And so his buddy, like, with the 2 knives on him, is gonna kind of reach and try and like grab you, just hold you in position, and he's gonna shout, "Get him!" to his partner, who just tries to put the gun right up to you and point blank you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Ooh. Does it misfire?
So they are going to get a boost die on this.
As they should.
This is the
Miss.
The
Nah,
classic.
it's straight to
Slytherin
it's
maneuver,
me. It's
straight into
me.
the
It's
home
gonna,
team.
he's gonna get like 5 successes, crit me. I'm gonna have 1 hand for the rest of the game.
I am going to spend a dark side point because
Oh,
it
it
seems
seems fun.
appropriate.
Sure.
Roll some dice.
Successful threat.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I have
you...
3 stoke.
All right. So they didn't crit you, which is good.
Mhm.
That is going to be net 9 damage on you. So off 3 soak is going to be 6 damage.
All right, sounds good.
And that 1 threat is going to pass on a blue die to the next PC that acts.
And soak occurs every time you're dealt damage. So if you got dealt another 6, you'd only take 3.
Correct.
No.
Soak never
yes,
diminishes. Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
I would like to try to disarm the bomb.
Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. At the very end of the turn, so there was 1 red light on the bomb. It then flashed another red light. So now there's 2, and they're kind of like flashing in sequence. And
Fuck.
looking down at it, there are only 4 red lights.
I would possibly just wonder if we can disarm the bomb if... I suppose the other 2 are engaged with like 3 or 4 of us, so yeah.
I mean, I'm the fish. I'm not gonna fight them. I have a
Mm.
kitchen knife and a
Yeah.
sterilizer that gives you stun. That doesn't even wound you. It's just strain you. It's like a excessive tickling.
If you take a bunch of, you literally like if it becomes real damage when you max out the strain. By the way, so it's actually pretty great.
Favorite example of what stun is: extensive tickling.
So yeah, go ahead and like power slide in there and just start working on that bomb.
Yeah, what do I roll? Now I also want maybe that's gonna make it more dangerous. But I mean I wanted so tell me how like that fits with my action. Is that like 2 actions or I want to disarm the bomb. I also want to try to gather a sample of the L1Z tech. Either
Scan
from
a bit of the code or something.
Well, yeah, I want to like either. It depends what kind of modifications they have, like, right? So if there's a corpse of a Winaria next to me, and I've noticed before some form of the modification, so I want to either take.
Those are definitely both actions, and you only have 1 action per turn.
Yeah.
So
Right, so
you
we're
can
gonna
only
start with a bomb.
Yeah, we'll scan them when they're dead or disarmed and subdued.
Hey, remember,
But
they
the
killed
bomb
Frank,
is also
guys.
they killed Frank. It was Syndra's.
This bastard
imaginary
killed
boyfriend.
Frank. Let's not forget.
So the bomb is also L1Z tech, right?
It is, yes.
All right.
Which you
And
took
it looks
precaution.
very familiar to you as you like power slide in and like pull out your like multi-tool, and you're just ready to go after it.
Yeah, so I want to disarm it, but I also want to like not damage it excessively. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, that
What
depends
do I
on the
roll?
dice roll.
Mechanics or
Yes, it will be mechanics, difficulty 3 purple, and because you took that seminar, that elective, you will get 2 blue dice on this.
something's wrong. I think wait. I think I gave me too much. Hang on. I have 3.
To remove a die, you just click it. If you click the die in the pool, it goes away.
Yeah. So you said 1 blue or 2 blue?
2 blue.
2 blue and 3 purple.
2 blue, 3 purple, and I'm spending a dark side point, so one of those purple is actually a red.
Ooh.
All right. Well, it's a bomb. All right.
Yep.
1
So
success,
5
5
advantage.
advantages.
The
despair.
despair.
1 despair.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
One despair,
Seems like-
you say.
1 despair.
One
Trying to
despair
find
when
the-
disarming a bomb. How do we want to play this?
Oh my god,
But he
that's
did
terrifying.
disarm it.
Character's
But he did
ranged
disarm it.
weapon immediately runs out of ammo, can no longer be used. Upgrade the difficulty of the next skill check of the active character. Tool or melee weapon or the character is using becomes damaged.
Oh, or Susan can come up with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't want to be too mean. So I'll say that with the despair, you disarm the bomb and it just falls apart. So like
Yeah.
it falls apart in front of you. But you do have 5 advantages, so you were able to preserve all the components, and there is every possibility that you can rebuild it in your spare time.
Oh,
And you just have like it's like a craft project in your room.
yeah, I knew
just
you'd
like
be into
building a
that.
bomb.
The fish is smiling if he had lips.
He can make
That's
himself
so
a remote
perfect.
control.
Just gave him like a box of Legos and said, "Put it back together."
It's even more fun that he was.
Yeah, because there's a threat of death. This is amazing.
You put it back together and it turns back on. You're like, oh no.
I
Well,
did it.
Right. So next PC.
Can
I
I
guess
hit
I can
him?
just run up and punch the other guy.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, it just goes. The window
Energized fists.
looks up, and he rushes over to him and does the punch.
I
Energized
like to imagine
fist.
your guy just walks and does the first punch and then just turns to his right, turns the other.
Is a rock
Box
soccer
fit.
robot.
Yeah,
Just-
concise
Yeah.
movements.
My God.
One punch, kill the dude. Next punch, kill. The...
What happens next? Next time
Hey.
on Dragon
what do
Ball.
I need to add for melee? It's 2 purple.
2 purple. Are you targeting the dude that's like tangled up, or the one that's standing with the pistol?
I guess I'll run over to the one with the pistol.
Okay, then just 2 purple.
2 purple. Okay.
One success, one
successful.
advantage. 7 damage. So it adds a
Alright, so-
damage for the success.
It does, yes.
Cool.
So you punch him, but good. Like, just right in the solar plexus. He like stumbles back, like just kind of wavering. He is still standing, but that blow clearly cracked some ribs.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
You can
All
use
right,
that
that's-
advantage to give you the blue die.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sure.
That's the guy who shot me, right?
It is, yes.
Cool. The bomb's disarmed, right?
As far as you
Yeah.
can tell.
I take aim with my maneuver, and I shoot him on. So it would be a
Beam
1,
pistol.
1, 2, and then take aim adds a boost die, right?
Yes.
Okay, and
You can
then
take
I
my
have.
advantage as well.
So I have a blue die built in because I have like a refined weapon, and then you gave me with this advantage. I got another boost.
Yeah,
Correct.
3 blues
so you're
total.
up to 3 boosts.
All right, cool. Y'all are gonna love this. It's a fun game.
You did forget to roll the purple dice, but
Oh yeah.
I
wait.
don't think it
I'll
matters.
roll. I'll roll. Just one purple.
2.
Oh, 2. It does matter.
1, 3, 2 failures. So it ends
Yeah.
up 5 success.
So
3
at 5.
advantage, 1 triumph.
A 3 success, 3 success, 3 advantage, 1 triumph. So that's that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dies. Like the robot just like punched him into the solar plexus. He was like a sitting target and just right in the chest, drops like a bunch of bricks.
Mhm.
And so you have but one enemy left, and he has a knife at his throat.
I'll take it, and I just go for Frank and slit his throat.
There was a spare triumph in there, so I'll sit. I'm not even gonna make you roll. So
Hell yeah!
Dead
Anyone
and
missed Frank's Taco Tuesday posts? Speaking of which.
Yeah. So all 3 Winarians
Oh,
are now
spicy.
dead, and their bomb is disarmed.
Can we loot their bodies?
Yeah, anything to find on the
Absolutely.
body? Yeah, I'll go to the guy that I just throat.
So each of them have 25 Arai on them,
Sweet.
and each of them have an integrated beam weapon. So like just a small stubber pistol that's like, as you're holding it, like it doesn't actually have that much charge. Like it kind of interacted with their implants.
Well, we could sell it. So.
I'd
I
like
just kind
to
of sit down.
see if I can
Hand it to the Jolnar guy.
I analyze / take a piece of their L1 tech to, a sample.
So
is it
I
like just
know-
software or is it also like mechanical augmentation?
I
It's
do. You're up.
Like they have fairly extensive body modifications, like cyber enhancements from the L1Z1. Their weapons are L1Z1, the bomb is L1Z1, and like you're literally right under your ship. So if you want to, you could just carry the three of them into your ship as far as samples go. So not
More homework.
not hard.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
less trouble from the locals, I think, as well.
I know you really want to dive in on what's in front of you. We should take them on there. You take care of that. Maybe we go to the coordinates because they know we're here and they probably know we're coming. And the more time we give them to prepare. And I need to take a nap, but I'm also the pilot. Worst day of my life. Let's go.
Cool. Flying to the other side, looking at the map and using scanners. Put the bodies on the
Hell
ship.
yeah.
Yep. Order of ops.
You carry corpses onto the ship. You get a lot of weird looks from the locals as you do so.
I tell
We
them
tried
nothing
to take
see
them
here.
alive.
I'll
We
walk
tried
up
to take
and
them alive. We
and
offered them
say-
a bargain.
I'll tell the people calm like, hey, nothing to see here. Move along. Move along.
Oh, that's what the Claris are like. Oh no.
I just stare. Just like
Yeah.
So you take off, and are you just kind of flying
back
straight
in.
to the coordinates on the map?
I kind of want to do like a like he wants to scan. Big Al mentioned that, so I want to kind of like do like kind of a circle pattern once we do reach the coordinates and maybe get some scanning going on for the other guys. But I would try to like fly like I don't know like nautical or
sensor
aeronautical. Yeah, I don't know aeronautical technology like phrasing and well enough, but I would apply stealthily. I know that's a possibility, like low and fast. I think, or high and anyway, either way, whichever one. Keep shadow. I don't know how the fucking space age technology shit works, but my
Well,
character would.
Put on stealth mode.
It works by rolling a pilot check.
Love that. Love that real good. All right, what am I contesting with, sir?
So if you're coming in stealthy, that is going to be that's an opposed.
Piloting.
I would like to send a story point also.
Fair enough. To
And
upgrade
I'm
your
gonna
ability.
Yep, upgrading it. So I'm going to be rolling instead of one proficiency dice, I'll have 2 in a green.
Cool.
So I'm going to subtract story point. Oh shit! Hold on. Can you edit the story point stuff? I think I fucked it up.
That's fine.
Yeah. But then what's my opposition?
It is going to be. So thankfully, your enemies are shit at cunning. So it's just going to be 1 red.
Okay. All right, 2 successes and an advantage.
All right. You.
Bye, Kyle.
he'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
So you fly in just low and slow. You keep the
Yep.
power on low and just keep it regulated, and
Let's
you're
see.
not hitting any radar pings as you approach the area, and eventually you're above the target site. So roll me perception, and unfortunately, like Palo, you're not going to be able to use like your bulb scanners on this, so it's just like a straight perception.
Okay.
Yeah,
Using
and
machine scanners.
that's fine. 2 green. Like, what's my opposition? Just 2 purple, or
This will be so you know exactly where it is. It's going to be 3 purple, but 2 blue for reasons
Okay.
that we'll get into if you succeed.
and it's perception, right? Yep.
Yes, and actually using ship scanners can be either perception or computers.
Oh, let me see. I want to re-roll if that's okay.
That's fine.
Too late. He already failed.
Well, because I have computers. He did tell me perception.
New information.
Yeah.
Wait, it's how
One
many purple
success.
dice? 3?
Nice.
It's
Uh,
and 2 blue, because you know exactly where you're scanning. And
Oh, can I
well,
just
now that we
roll
have some
2?
successes,
I just get one more
there's an advantage. So, with the successes, you detect a large metal structure that is kind of like half buried underneath the glacier. So this is the dark side of the planet. Like there's no light here. It's just a sea of stars above you, some clouds, and just dark, icy ground. And under one of those glaciers is this metal structure with that advantage. You also detect, it seems like there's a power signature coming from the core of it that is slowly but steadily growing in intensity.
Well,
I think it's
So,
time to
seems really-
investigate.
Yeah.
dive
See if there's some
right in
ashes
and
down
all
there.
die.
so what do you know about DC Fish Boy? What
Yeah.
do you know about
I'll get you
a-
your fish, sir.
the?
Fish and chips, sir.
What do you know about the synchronicity of a growing power structure that is constantly trending upwards? Would that be a massive amount of energy growing? Would that maybe be explosive?
Yeah. If your question made sense, I would answer it.
He's worried
What I'm
that
getting
this
at is it a
crap.
bomb
Is it a bomb? Just because there's a power signature, it just suggests
that's
that they...
growing exponentially as
growing.
we scan it? We can see it's happening.
Is it a bomb? Do I know? Do I have any knowledge of what is this power source coming? Can I consult my?
You could roll knowledge mechanics. And I will give you one blue die based on the research that you did previously.
So much research. All right.
This is
Am
going to
I
be a hard
rolling
one.
it?
3 purple.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. 2 successes.
Not a bomb, but it's clearly some kind of like devices powering up, which
Okay.
could be any number of things. Pretty impossible to tell at this range, but it seems
I think
it's kind of
That's-
powering up in a way. It's going to be quite a bit of power when this thing is fully charged, enough to be detected all over the planet and possibly impact all over the planet, depending on what the device's purpose is.
I think we need to get in there now before this goes
Yes.
off.
Yeah,
What are the
think we
plans? I think we
could
just go in. We go in hot.
I think
And,
it's Dr. Evil's lair.
Mm.
And he's planning to steal $1 million.
It's not
Oh
that
my
much,
God.
Dr. Evil. Yeah, I think we go all in on the front door. If there's any guard, I think we got to go hot at this point.
Yeah, we just gotta go in hot right now.
We've been
Well,
addressed with threat.
Well, I just kick it in, and we're coming in hot. We're hopping
By the
out.
way, actually,
We are the A team.
as right now, I will do inspiring rhetoric, and as an
Ooh.
action, I may make an average leadership check.
Mhm.
So let me do that real quick. So, because this is going to get rid of some people's strain.
Oh,
So 2 purple, and I don't add anything else, right?
nope.
Cool. And then I roll that dice. Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
So for each success, 1 ally within short range heals 1 strain. For each advantage, 1 ally benefiting from the rhetoric heals 1 additional strain. So 1 person can do 2 strain. Oh no, 3 strain.
3.
Who has
Give
3?
it to Syndra.
Syndra's pretty.
Syndra, I make eye contact with you and we're like, we're
Ooh.
going in there and we're going to take him down right now. I
Stop
need you to
drinking
get us.
as a
I need you to
friend.
get us on the ground now.
We're going in hot. I'm hyped up.
All right.
Just
Make a
kick
pilot
it,
check.
punch it, on it.
Can I try to see if I know what are some weaknesses of this L1 tech that we've like got on the corpses?
Yeah, I'm totally for that. Yeah, you can.
Can I hack it? Can we hack it? Can I hook
I
it
definitely
into a Pel?
popped off one of the arms and tossed it to him. So if he can like read some code off that, I did. I was like, I give you a robot.
That'll be a mechanics check. 3 purple mechanics check, but in a second. First, we're going to get a pilot check, which, because
Yeah.
of the complete darkness and heavy winds just whipping across the glaciers that are, tinged with ice, it's going to be a difficult one. So 3 purple, the pilot.
I am using the story
Hell yeah.
point here to upgrade one of my dice.
Yeah.
If you don't mind handling that, because that interface confuses me because I'm silly. All right, and hold on. Isn't there within piloting, because there's a maneuver to do something that boosts dice? I just can't remember the terminology. But is that not applicable here? Like, we're just going to do a flat contested check, or do I not get a maneuver to add boost?
I can't
Yeah,
think
I'm
of the
thinking. I'm
maneuver you're-
thinking. I'm thinking of Star Wars. So I'll just move on.
That's probably
Um,
aim.
Okay, that could
Which,
be it. There's
you know-
something about like take. It's not worth talking about. It's getting late, and I have work in 7 hours. So, anyways, what difficulty were you at?
We are at 3 purple.
Okay. I got a threat and a triumph because I am the best pilot around. I think we're gonna land. We're coming in hot, but we're landing upside down gently.
So
Because that's because I got hit with a gust of wind and we're in the dark, and I was trying to light my spice as we were about this. Because if I'm going out, I got to go out a little buzzed.
It's not just a drug.
all right. So your ship, it is coming down. It is just like coasting right to the perfect spot. Then sudden gust of wind, and you're just buffeted by just a wall of snow. It kind of clogs up one of your engines briefly and makes you just kind of spin like 20 meters to the right, which normally wouldn't be a big deal, but you were right next to the facility. So you crash directly into the facility.
Yes.
And everyone just kind of like slams against their braces. So everyone takes 3 wounds and 3 strain.
Oh,
You know, the great thing about that is I only have 3 health left.
you hear after the crash. At least
That
the
doesn't-
landing gear is good, right?
Does that have oh, that's great. But does soak not affect that at all?
That's through soak.
Okay. Cool.
You just died.
No, I have 3 health left. Well, 3 wounds. And then you say critical wounds. You don't immediately die when your stuff goes to full. So
I'm also a medic.
Yeah, we can't have the doctor heal you.
I haven't. I mean, he can do that's his pejorative.
But you have 3. You've only used 3. You still have 12 health left.
No, I got hit for 6 earlier.
He got shot.
Didn't Kid heal you a little bit though? Or is that
No, he
strain?
just gave him-
Strain.
Strain.
Yeah.
No,
Alright.
you're fine.
Yeah,
I'm not
So
gonna
we're
ask him
running
for
into
it,
a facility.
but he
We
can if he
are.
wants to.
Now,
We got to
Yeah.
gather ourselves real quick.
you did get a triumph, which does
Yeah.
mean
Mhm.
that you rammed into the facility and you knocked a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And so you got past all the security, and so
Oh.
your ramp just like opens right to the facility.
No,
Right when I
hacking
get
the
home
door
racing,
codes.
all planned.
Oh,
Let's go, boys. It's like, let's go. I'll just stand up like after like, let's go, boys.
It doesn't leave a lot of time for healing, but
It's probably like an injection, man. This is the future. Let's go.
what about the hacking? Can I like crack their code? I
Oh
want to
yeah,
mess
yeah.
with
He
their.
was, he was doing that during our.
I want to mess with their enhancements. Like I want to jam. Like I don't know. I want to figure out if there's like a vulnerability.
Go ahead and roll a let's say computers check. So 3 purple, 1 black computers check.
Yo, toughy.
Yeah.
Yikes.
A lot of talents allow people to like ignore black dice, so yeah. But it wouldn't have helped in this case. So you take a point of strain, just as you're like trying to interface with these things, that's just not working, and you're just having a rough day.
All right.
Well, and I did just kind of crash into
Yeah.
the wall while you were messing with that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your
Shut
laptop
up.
just like hit you in the face.
I'm working here.
I'm a fish.
I know.
Like how
All
does that work? Okay.
Just
Walk into the
checking in.
facility.
How are people on time?
I got an hour before mine, but I think Kyle's wanting to wrap up soon. So
Yeah, I need to go to sleep somewhat soon. I would say like 30 minutes max.
Okay, so let's hand wave a little bit. So the ramp, you scurry down the ramp into this ancient L1Z1 facility, and sorry, I'm just you find yourself in the central chamber. So the device chamber is a large circular room ringed by 5 raised power coils. The floor and walls consist of plates of strange metal, mounted on mechanisms that can shift to change the alignment of the apparatus. Two of the coils are already alight with energy. In the center of the room, a tall, metallic figure stands at what is clearly the main console, flanked by 4 smaller figures.
Wow, you
So-
really went all in on the Austin Powers scenery, huh?
Yeah. So standing before you is a large L1Z1X individual, and the 4 smaller individuals are more Winarians with cyber augmentations on them.
Are they aware of any presence in the building? Can we tell they're aware of any presence?
I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
the ship that crashed through their wall
Probably,
may have
right?
alerted them to it.
Like
yeah.
Okay, just making sure. So we're just
Before-
going in guns hot.
Well,
we are SWAT, baby.
Got it.
Shoot,
Right, then
get off.
Are we above
Shot.
them, or are we coming in like level with them?
No, Big
You're
Big
coming
Shell
in
wants
like-
to try diplomacy.
No time
coming
for
in like
diplomacy.
shots with them.
Gunboat diplomacy there,
level,
big guy.
level. Okay.
Well, think of like a circular classroom. So it's kind of like you're a little bit above, but like there's the apparatus in the center and kind of on a dais.
And we have
The
the,
old school
countdown of
medical.
the electricals lighting up, and we need to.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm immediately going to try to break right.
Mhm.
If
Like
I
I'm
can.
imagining it like a, a cartoonish Bond villain, giant thing. I'm gonna take over the world and I
Oh,
will
yeah.
shrink. Oh, it's actually like Despicable Me. Shrink away the moon and put
Is this
it
Oh,
guy
on
I
trying to blow
love
up the
it.
planet?
So the forward
We don't
Arians,
know.
they start to like raise their guns at you, but the L1C1X agent, he kind of like waves them down, and they lower their guns.
Oh,
and
they do.
he
wanna
turns
talk.
around and towards you, and it speaks. Kalari's agents, I am 109XY. You hunt enemies of the Galactic Council. Ignorantly. Inefficiently. But you do see the threats within your capacity. They are enemies to the mindset also. But only we accurately comprehend the danger. The Council believes it is rebuilding the galaxy after the worst disaster, but your species' memories are cinders among ashes. The Lazics exiled the galaxy's true enemies eons ago, the Mahakt gene sorcerers. Then you let them back in at the Archeron Gate. We are the Lazix heirs. We have the knowledge. We must lead the Council. Your rejection and autonomy are irrelevant. He pauses a few moments, his optics light and pulse, and a holographic animation appears in the chamber's air. Then he continues in an even more mechanistic voice. Analysis. The Mahakt transform and enslave other life quickly. A hologram of a massive Mahakt lord waves their scepter, and a semicircle of mixed species writhe and twist into featureless, ghoulish white figures. Then the view rolls backwards across even wider circles of victims as they too are transformed in a geometric progression. Analysis. The current galactic civilization has low probability of decoding gene sorcery in time to stop the Mahakt. The galaxy will be conquered in a matter of decades. The view shifts to a map of the galaxy as the sectors are rapidly overtaken by the Mahakt's golden, sharp sigil. Analysis. The device housed in this facility can prevent the Mahakt fortress world of Ixith from traveling at superluminal speeds from 2 to 6 months by releasing its quantum mass particle cascade upon the galactic core. This will give the L1Z1X time to marshal forces to defeat the Mahakt again. The animation shows the particle cascade from Herod's Truce tearing through the galactic core, becalming all travel of ships in the region. Conclusion. Mahakt advance through the galactic core must be slowed by this device. Net projected galactic deaths from use of this device are fewer than from accelerated Mahakt conquest. The animation ends as Harold's Truce wrenches suddenly in its orbit, emitting a vast wave-like beam.
Seems reasonable. Have a nice day. Thank you. No. So.
Very well.
No. Hey. DC. Dr. Orcanet. That's what he started calling you. Can't remember your real name. Can you put that slightly simpler, but less death soundy?
He's gonna kill billions and billions by
Oh,
way
that's
of
not reasonable at all.
slowing down movement and to slow down the Mahakt advancement so that the L1Z1s can arm themselves.
Okay. Okay. Have you tried not doing that?
Its head kind of snaps towards you. Hardly billions. Projections are in hundreds of millions of death from the slowing of trade and travel amongst the stars, and of course 5 million on this planet.
Does it look like the machine's actually growing and like is it about to go off, or do they have to press a button? What's the Right.
It seems that they're working on like the 5 different coils. 2 of the coils are lit. There are 3 more to go.
Does each one of them have a big red button that?
I kind of give Ket the like a kind of a signal like you that way, like
Yeah.
you know, kind of like slip off while we're talking.
Absolutely.
Like not like I'm trying to be subtle about it.
Mhm. I pick it up.
And then I'm like kind of inching. I'm like telling the other two to like start walking forward while I'm talking. Like I don't know, like while I'm talking to him, I'm like making kind of
try
subtle hints,
to-
like you two get
I
closer.
want to try to lose them by going around the coils, and maybe like they expect me to come out one side and I don't. Then I'm like hidden amongst stuff.
But I'm about to monologue, so here we go to distract him. But basically,
Well,
just so you all get the subtleties, you're up.
Let
Tyler.
me distract him. You go.
Okay, you do it.
So I am fascinated by this technological invention that you've developed here. The particle emitters that you have described to prevent the movement of ships. Could you explain to me how you managed to gather that much energy and disperse it so efficiently?
Well, of course, that is the purpose of this machine. And then he kind of goes into a long, very technical spiel.
Great. Magnificent. I take notes.
Like, it's actually quite fascinating. If you have a
Yeah.
recorder and you're like, recording it. So other people
Sure.
who are doing like other actions or stealth checks.
I'd like health, yes.
Okay. So you will get a blue die because of the distraction.
Cool.
Not that you need it. These guys all have 1 cunning. God damn.
So what's the difficulty? Is that just one?
Well, he does have 2 perceptions. So 1 red, 1 purple, and then 1 blue.
So really, the question before
yeah.
us is:
Yeah,
do
yeah,
we
yeah.
want to stop them and take the punt?
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Yeah, Ked is a ghost. Ked, you just like evaporate into mist, and you're wherever you want to be in the room.
But,
Oh,
Al,
I'm
what I
just
was trying to say is I'm
looking
trying to
around.
get you two close because you
Yeah.
all want to be close before they. So you have to take strain and get closer. And I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna try to take cover while they're like he's subtracting them.
Mm.
Like we're doing, like we're getting
The
in
fishes.
position because there's not a friendly way to do this.
Sword
Question,
chat.
just in lore wise, for Titans, are they like trying to seek revenge against the Mahawk, or are they still kind of under Mahawk control? I
They
still don't
they
understand
created
that.
autonomy amongst themselves, and they just want to make paradise worlds and garden. Like, and
Okay.
they have realized that the dangers happen,
know.
so they started gaining fleets and going into their air.
Just trying
Like,
to
I'm
be
not
sure.
generous.
I'd
Trying to
imagine
stop
they don't
seriously.
like the Mahawks.
Yeah, they hate the Mahawk essentially
Okay,
now.
okay, so
Same here.
not logistically, but like motivation wise, wouldn't I like listen to the L1 who's trying to decrease the deaths? And
But like,
and
you also
keep
don't
Mahawk?
want things to die like at all. Like you're basically a pacifist, and we'll try to diplomatically resolve this.
And
Like,
I think
to
we're
be
saying
clear-
Caleris are optimistic and hopeful that this is not the way forward, that they will find a better way forward to control the Mahad.
Yeah, to be clear, siding with the L1 is an option.
Yeah, no, that's what I was like.
I
Understandable. Have a nice day. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I got. You know, I have a for sure paycheck one way, and the other way slowing trade down. That's all I'm
Also,
saying.
we die if we let this bomb go
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
That's true.
You have a ship. You can get off the planet.
Our ship's kind of it lodged in a building right now. Just gonna
Yeah,
point that
but-
out. Right.
All right. Well, I guess while he's monologuing, I will slowly walk forward with.
It doesn't seem to react just to people approaching. It doesn't consider that a threat.
Cool. And the turtle's so slow he doesn't see it. So
Once they are in short range, I'd like to shoot my bow to get an attack on them before this all starts.
Okay.
What are you aiming at?
I'm gonna aim at the big one, the big L1 in the head.
Can you use
After Winaran.
Gonna use some of your ammo? Huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the just
Oh yeah.
Kids grab arrows. Expend
Okay.
to add a purple to your combat with your needle
I might do the
bow.
entropic, but we'll see.
So I'm going to
Entropic
start
arrow.
initiative, and we'll get everyone locked into initiative. Then Ked will, you'll have an action before this starts.
Ah,
So you'll kick it off, and then we'll
Is
go
it
into
cool?
initiative.
Is it cool once again?
Yes.
Ooh. What kind of murder hobo we guys? But I'm here for it.
alright, so I'm rolling a cool.
Well, specifically,
cool.
this is murder hoboing to like prevent the deaths of everyone on the planet.
No, for sure.
Or murder hoboing, so we don't make a million hobos. This is essentially the world where Saudi Arabia makes the new city called the Line that we've been hearing about. Have you guys heard about that thing?
Yes.
This whole planet is the.
Your other arrow to expender.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. Should I do grav arrow? I guess. Yeah.
Well,
I
entropic
haven't read your
reduces his soak for the rest of the encounter.
That's what I thought.
Spend to add a red to the combat with your needle bow. If you succeed, the target suffers damage as normal and reduces its soak by 3 until the end of the encounter.
I mean, yeah, then maybe use a story point to upgrade your dice while
Yeah.
you're hitting.
Does everyone have their initiative rolled in? I'm only seeing 4 PCs.
I've
Sorry.
rolled mine.
Sorry, I am completely.
Roll a cool check.
I have turned off my brain.
You're fine, buddy. You've had a long day. Baby with RSV, no good.
No, she is not happy.
All right. So, Ked, kick us off.
So I'm gonna shoot the bow with the neck. I'm gonna do the grav arrow. That's,
Okay.
And story point up to proficiency,
Oh
maybe?
yeah, 100%.
Okay, okay.
100%. So I use a story point and I add a what to that?
There you upgrade from a green to a yellow. Like get rid of one of your greens, add a yellow.
Or you could just do one of the like green/yellow dice. That's
Cool.
like the upgrade icon, which
Sounds-
means that you're upgrading.
Oh, thank you, Susan. Sorry.
Oh.
Alright, so that's
fine.
that's the attack. What's the difficulty?
So he's short range, so it's going to be 1 purple.
One purple,
And
and
he's distracted, so it's going to be 1 blue.
I add a purple to do the grab arrow.
Okay. So 2 purple, 1 blue.
Boom.
Nice.
So with that, needle deal 1 damage on a hit plus 1 damage per
So 5 damage.
5 damage. Click full hit.
You're breaking up as you turn your head. Every
Oh,
time.
sorry. I'll use the advantage to get a critical injury,
Sweet.
and I ignore 6 points of soak.
Hell yeah. So I will roll a crit. Oh, wait a minute. Can I not roll crit? Oh, there it is.
Oh, you know what? I have 1 more blue because I'm attacking before he's acted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
Cool.
So
I'll
Five
give the
Wow.
next person blue. I'll give the next person a blue die.
Yeah.
Who's that? Yeah, I'll just.
Oh, it's just not working.
You know what? Actually, I'll give it to because I can give die. I'm gonna give it to Big Shell.
Mm.
I don't know if that did anything. Pass you a blue dice.
Yeah,
Oh,
it says
right.
passed on my
Got it.
screen now. Sweet, and I can choose to add it to the thing.
So you've
Yeah.
done a fearsome wound to it. So this
Oh my
scary
God.
looking mechanical beast looks even scarier because you just like ripped off half its face.
The grab
That's-
arrow just pulls it off. Oh wow.
Oh, that's great.
It just like screams mechanically.
We were talking about science.
More
Probably
for the
stays
fish
calm,
to
right?
study.
That's even creepier. It's like
Yeah.
Ultron because it's like just like face is
Oh,
half
yeah.
gone because it's a hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, NPC to attack.
Yeah, so it is going to spin on the person that just shot it and fire an integrated atomic dispersal beam.
That's a lot of vowels.
That's
Yeah.
well, it's no economy though, so
Okay, so you're at short range, so this is going to be just 1 purple. You are in heavy cover though, so 2 black, which you're going to be very grateful for because this thing hits hard.
Yeah, I took his face off.
It will aim once.
it's Tom Cruise or John Travolta.
Yeah, boy.
I might be dead, guys.
Well, yeah, that's a success and a critical. So that's going to be
It was nice meeting
9
you, by the way.
damage,
Oh, ow.
pierce 3.
Oh, wait. So I was at 6 damage.
Well,
No, Pierce
no.
3 ignores my 3 soak, so all 9.
Yeah,
Oh, then I'm dead. Yeah, I'm out. I'm
You're
negative
not dead.
1.
Well,
you
you're-
take an injury.
You're out of commission,
Oh, is he out? Okay.
and you take a crit. So go ahead, and he triggered a crit with that with his 3 advantages. So roll 1 crit and then another crit plus 10.
What do I roll crits? What die is the crit down?
So on the rolling thing, kind of to the right of the dice, you kind of see a icosahedron.
Yeah.
So click on that, and it'll go to another screen, and at the bottom of it, it'll say roll crit for this PC.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so you're
Could be worse.
disoriented, and then hit the plus 10 and roll it again.
And D10.
No, plus 10.
The plus 10 next to roll crit for
Oh,
this PC.
got it.
Because every time you
Plus
take a
10.
critical, it adds 10.
Slightly dazed again.
You are extremely concussed.
Full purple.
But I'm knocked out.
Yeah, you're knocked out as well.
All right, guys.
Sheesh.
But I
A
took his
bird.
face off.
And then he took
For
yours
Frank.
right off. Too.
Yeah.
Right back at you. So we have a PC slot.
Undersecretary is how far away after sneaking up pre-combat?
You're effectively at short range. So one
Sweet.
maneuver
So
to
maneuver
engage.
1 to engage, and then smash him with the ancient Lazak's mace. Engaged, big ass,
actually, it's
build the
good.
pool, chucking in the 1 blue dice I got from my buddy. I'm just quickly going to see if I've got anything fancy I can do in the moment when making a social check. Once per when the attack is successful, I can fucking double. Your soak is defending, upbringing, not going to matter. First charm, Annals of the Custodians, doesn't matter. Bottle of Fine Spirits, doesn't matter. Sweet. Rolling. So do I need to add anything for close? Currently
2
got-
purple for melee.
Yeah, I think that's already automatically done, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. Rolling. 1 success, 1
Right.
advantage, doing 9 damage, and I think now I can...
He added the blue I gave you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
I
Cool.
got to manually add it like it was mine to use whenever I want. Extreme tough doesn't matter. No, that's fine. I just think I've got a feeling that's mace, axe does something. You deal 8 damage plus 1 damage per uncancelled thingy thing roll, which I think it's already added, and then initial critical hit for 4 advantage, but I only got 1. As a shot as an action, you may use that as a mace to bypass security. Don't worry about that. Sweet. Yep. So, and he's got -3 soak at the moment, I believe.
Oh, he does?
Didn't
No,
No,
I
he
did
used the
instead
gravity
of-
arrow.
Oh, sweet as. Keep trucking.
Should I punch him?
Oh, did he get?
What
We
is-
missed the second half of that.
His soak
Did
is
he get the if you succeed, the target suffers damage in normal and upgrades. Difficulty, it's next to attacks. So I'll just
He didn't upgrade. So
sorry about that.
Let's
His
see.
his next check twice actually. So it's 2 negatives off of the last one.
Ooh,
That's on me.
So
That's all right. But like his soak is 2 And he's taking.
Let me re-roll. I'll re-roll the attack on you and see, because you might be up, because that's a big difference.
Sorry about
The ones against Kid. Yeah.
So double upgrade. Now roll.
Hey, kid.
That made a big difference.
that was a big thing. So I'm not unconscious.
You're
I take
not-
no damage.
Yeah. I mean, you missed up. You take a black die on your next action, because of the advantage, but he missed.
Sweet.
Got it.
Nice.
That was
All
a
right.
very, very big change.
Yeah.
All right, so Palo, I believe you were punching him.
Yeah. I build a pool. Did I add what purple or what?
2 purple.
And because I'm already, am I close enough to be in engaged range or no?
You have to hit melee, or you have to use a maneuver to get there. But yeah.
Okay, so I can't like put the bots out to get some stuff.
You can take 2 strain for an extra maneuver.
Okay, I can't remember what if I have the. They're out, then I can do something.
I think that's just for looking around like a drone. So if we were looking for something, they'd be good. But I don't know if they're useful right now.
Yeah. Guess not. Alright, so I'll just roll that normally. Roll dice.
Got
One
him.
success.
So you just run up, you just club into his side, cave in a little bit more of the armor. Like, he's still standing, but, he's actually looking a lot rougher than he seems to be expecting. He's spitting some very angry binary code. It is NPC turn.
Okay.
3
So
when
the
Aaron.
4 minions, they whip
4.
up their pistols. They're going to split their shots. So 2 at the bird that just sniped their boss, and let's see, they don't want to shoot anyone who's engaging. So between the nerd was talking to the boss, so they're going to ignore the nerd. They're going to shoot the cat. So
Yeah.
first 2.
I got in cover. I did say that like while he was distracting. That was
That's fine.
what my goal was. Okay, I was just being explicit.
All right, so this is a shot at Ken. Oh,
Nice.
1 success, 1 advantage.
I'm down.
No, their stuff
Ken.
doesn't hit as hard. That's only going to
Okay.
be 7 damage, no pierce.
Cool.
It's
I'm
So
still
4 wounds.
To who?
To Syndra.
Yeah.
Oh, Syndra.
Yeah, I'm down.
So now you got to roll for a.
Yep, injury.
No, that was on Ken, not on.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Ah.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
seven to me?
Sorry.
I'm at 10 then.
This attack is on Syndra.
Okay. All right. Much
Lucky
better. Yeah.
Yes. You're fine, however, like the shots, they spray off the wall, so a lot of molten metal is like hitting you in the back of the head, and you suffer 2 strain.
Okay, that's fine. I can take it. I'm a big girl.
Okay, another PC slot.
I'll go. I'm gonna take aim at the one who shot at me as a maneuver, and
Yep.
I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
Beam pistol.
So, beam pistol, build pull, add the take aim dice, and roll it. There
5
you go.
damage if it hits. Who are you
Uh,
aiming at? Sorry. The
The one who shot
Support.
at me.
yeah, sweet as.
So, you forgot the purple die.
Oh shit! How many purple?
That said, it doesn't matter with that.
I'll
that
do
many-
one. It was 0
okay, yeah,
successes. It was
nothing.
blank. Yeah.
So you shoot a hole directly in one of the Winarians. He crumples and goes down.
One
Yep,
out of 4
I'm great at
down.
vengeance.
3 remain.
All right. I'm
Another
done.
PC slot. Almost done, guys.
I'll go.
Yep.
Can I remove
You-
those 2? How do I remove those 2 crits? Real quick, because those didn't happen. Just real quick.
Just ignore him. Just ignore him.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to, with my maneuver, take aim and shoot another bow at the main guy.
Sweet.
He's
Um,
engaged with someone.
I don't know.
Two
I don't
people
think I
attack.
get sneak attack. Do I? Does that help me or hurt me?
You do not get sneak attack.
Yeah. Not a thing.
But because he's engaged with someone, you upgrade the difficulty once.
Oh, okay. And I have a black die to use.
And if you miss
And-
and do a despair, then you shoot one of the people that are engaged with them.
And aim is a blue die.
Yes.
And I'm gonna add. No, just gonna roll. Boom.
Damn. How much? How much damage?
So that's 3. That's 4 damage.
Okay. So 4 damage. He is on his last legs, and actually, like, he kind of holds up all 4 arms at that. Kind of goes down, like, wait, must continue, must complete work. Please, please stop. You do not understand what you are doing.
I'll put a black die on him.
All right.
So that's my turn.
One more PC action as he was like pleading for his life.
Stop the bomb.
I was
Fishy.
gonna go after the device, but should I tickle him to death?
You sound very distant.
Oh, sorry, I put it up. I'm half asleep. I was gonna go after the device, but should I tickle him to death? Because I have my.
Well, you'll put strain on him instead of damage. So I don't
No,
even
but
know.
I can try to do my.
Fish
You
Rise
have your
Plasma
plasma
Cutter.
the
8 damage.
cutter.
Yellow
That has
and green.
damage. But I use a black die as well because I'm an idiot. No, it's beyond factory specs. I'm using it's a food processor that I'm using to attack people. So I don't know what that is.
Just an immersion blender. You're just running up.
Yeah.
And all of
Do
a
it.
sudden, one
Should I go
disadvantage
after
means
him or
it
should
falls
I
in
go?
your
Because
tank.
I feel like if we tickle him,
I think
that we
this
could
is
go.
your shot at killing him right now. Yeah, because you can't shoot at someone.
All right.
I mean, 8
So
damage is pretty good.
I didn't put so it's ranged light,
Mhm.
and I have
You're
a
good.
black die and 2 purple.
Yep.
Right.
You can take aim as a maneuver
Oh,
to roll
success.
boost as well. If you want to roll a boost die as well, if you can take aim as a maneuver, by the way.
I mean, that's 8 damage, though. That's a
That's
success.
2 success.
So that's like 10
9
damage there,
damage.
8
which
damage
is
and a hit.
enough.
One
Like
per-
Hey!
the plasma beam cuts into the body of the Lizix agent. It hits something pretty important in there, and it shudders, and it goes limp. And the Winarians next to him, like they kind of scream as like their bodies start to convulse because they were linked to it, and they kind of go down. They're alive-ish, but they're not exactly fighting.
Mhm.
And so,
Great,
as the adventure comes
great
to
state
close,
for experimentation.
Yeah, I was about to say the fish is happy.
and so at the close of the adventure, you have conquered the Lizix agents, prevented them from destroying the planet, and are free to examine and do whatever you choose to do or whatever the
Oh, your
clerics want to
30-minute
do
thing, by the way.
with this artifact. All right.
Yeah. We did it.
Fantastic.
I
Fantastic. That
don't
was
feel
fun,
so
guys.
great.
Good work, team.
How do you think I feel? Oh my god, I about died 3 times. Totally not. By the way, I did nothing this entire thing besides crash the ship. Literally failed everything.
Yeah.
What I enjoyed is I have no idea what the odds on the bloody dice are actually. So that kind of blindness just going at it was quite exciting rather than
That's
mathematically.
I love failing in like this sort of setting because it really makes you just think on your feet and go. That's like the more I've played this sort of stuff, it's like I'm not maxing. Let's just
And
fucking
that's
try
the
to kill
concept.
you. Let's try to do balls.
It's not success or failure. It's that way or this way.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I do know it's quite late for some people, so if y'all want to log off,
Oh, for sure.
great
I'm
job,
hanging around
Susan.
in chat for a minute. But yeah, Susan, thank you so much for putting this together, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was real fun, man. It was
Yeah.
great.
I
Oh,
enjoyed
Bravo,
it a lot.
Susan, man. I don't
I'd
know
love to
how
do more.
GM does all this. Like, it's hard enough trying to figure out one bloody character to have to sit there with all that information.
I don't know about Susan. But, oh, you're
Bye,
up.
folks.
Hey, bye, Spoon. Nice seeing you,
bye,
buddy.
bye,
Cheers,
teaspoon.
man.
See ya. Get some
Yeah.
sleep.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
I think I'm gonna head out as well. You all have a good
Hey.
one.
Yeah,
Hey, later,
good one,
Kyle.
Here,
Have
Kyle.
a good night.
See you,
Yeah.
Kyle.
Sleep. Yeah, that
But
was
yeah,
awesome.
Al, the more I do it, the easier it gets.
Yeah.
Like just bullshitting. I just got run down doing it for 5 years straight every other week. We didn't miss but 1 week.
Yeah.
So I've been a player character for about 3 months now, and it's been a different. But what were you saying, Drago? Sorry.
No, I've just been agreeing. Yeah, I love it. I usually DM myself, so I get to play every time I chance.
Oh, for
Always
sure. Al, did you have fun?
Yeah,
Seemed like it
yeah,
worked.
it was very interesting. I mean, I think because the context of Twilight felt engaging versus fantasy D&D, that's what really got me quite excited, was exploring this other aspect of something I'm passionate about.
Mhm.
But I also think that if the narrative builds in a way that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like in the beginning, it's you're Clearus agents. This is what you're going to go do. If you know what your ultimate goal is, I think that it's fine. You're not walking around in the dark, and in terms of the GM that's got that path, I think that's also great, and bringing you back on and keeps it somewhat linear rather than totally freeform. Yeah, I would do it again. I'm quite interested because at times Susan was doing stuff in the history, and I think that the system we probably underused a bit. Like when I went down on the right hand side and I could see my extreme tough proper upbringing, but other people that maybe didn't have those loaded. And the more you play, the more you understand that kind of aspects of the system. And I think that's quite cool.
No, for
I've only
sure.
played a Star Wars system with this rule set, and it was a lot of fun. I played with my brother for about a year and a half, but other than that, I just played D&D. So it's a nice
Yeah.
change of pace for rules for sure.
I think
I
the
like
thing with
Europe.
I was just going to say with the D&D or something where there's actually a set map and you can explore the map. Like I've played quite a lot of solo games like Fable Lands and things like that, and you get that idea of the world. As I said, like the world, the linear nature becomes quite formal, structured. Whereas this felt like when we landed on the planet, it's like, where do we go? What is there to see?
That's why I like the theater of the mind that Susan was
Yeah.
using. You're like, I have no idea where I'm going. That's why I was like, I want to go buy some spice shop to trap this guy to talk to him about Frank while his buddies can't see us from 3 blocks back.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, you never need a map for tabletop role playing, no matter what system, really. But it's my favorite
one
to
especially.
do. Oh yeah, because the dice lend more to story based rather than numbers, and it's easy for just to be like, oh,
and instead of just
I
walking
did
along
good.
and beating up bad people, it's like, what's the story going to be?
The story is what makes things matter.
and like doing like silly little gambits from like good cop, bad cop with you, and I'm like, when I flash the gun, come in. Like that gives you a good cue and story beat for us to like cooperatively do the negotiation instead of one dude doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like to do. It was hard to like get Kyle engaged since he was a child and we had a lot of that social stuff. But he had fun. He was fading. He was fading pretty fast.
I've never played a rogue type character where you don't like. I've always been a character that's like confronted, like been in those meeting parties. So I love being like, I'm just gonna go on the outside this time and see what happens, and it worked great.
Well, for me, the honest truth, like I've been involved with plays and productions in school many years ago, but was always the technical side, was audio visual, or maybe even writing and directing ish, not really, but never as a character on stage, never really doing that improv. So that's why this is then quite challenging, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
You did great.
It was fun.
You blended right in. I'm not
Want to
kidding.
do something? Do it.
Yeah, exactly. No, seriously. Like I said, just if you fail, you fail. It's a fake character, no matter how attached you are. A death's always good.
Oh,
Like, it's always good. Like anytime my characters, like my player characters, I've never had a character die. But anytime my player characters die, you make sure it's impactful.
Yeah.
Oh, we go outside with a bucket and we burn it, and it's a memorial, and that character sheet's gone
on the sheet.
Oh,
I
man.
love that.
No take back.
Shit. Well,
Cool,
shit, boys, if y'all want to do something like this again, let me know. But I do have work and
So
Yeah.
So is the story like continuing? Like
I think we
does-
just ended it.
Oh,
It was a
okay,
module.
cool.
Yeah,
Self-contained,
this is
yeah.
like a learn to play module from my understanding. And then from
Yeah.
this, if you've got the bug and you start reading up more and you put the pieces together, then you go into the full RPG, which is, somewhat endless, I suppose.
Very
Well,
cool.
they don't
Like-
have the rule set out, right? Or anything.
It's not out yet. Yeah, absolutely. Like it will be released, like the Star Wars RPG, like Edge of the Empire. So there will be a splat book. You'll be able to make your own characters. You'll be able
Source
to
books
do.
after.
Yeah, and have all the like the jobs and everything like that. I'm pretty pumped. I would definitely play this just because the setting, like you said, it's like
It's
it's
fun.
interesting,
Yeah.
and like when Kyle was like, well, we're the ones like telling a joke and he did the Mahawk thing. I was like, oh my god! Like we all knew that was like a sin,
Yeah.
like to say that. But he thought, oh, that's funny. That's so absurd. That's why
Yeah.
I just like putting people in awkward situations. That's like me personally, and then that
Me
character.
as an
was-
Argent, I learned in that lore, hate the Mahat with a
Really?
passion. So I
Right.
heard that and I was just like, what did like
hold on.
it's like this guy just said what right now? Oh man.
Oh,
I
that's
also
funny
like
as
the
hell.
story points, the concept that at any stage you could get like, look, I just need a goddamn break, but you're also giving the GM like the same ability.
Oh, that point,
Yep.
the point
I
system
really
is awesome.
like that in terms of the system, that it's not just left or right. It's actually like, no, let's put something into this. And
If it's worth
Yeah.
it for the player, you can make it go your way. And
Oh, for sure. Like, one time I used a story point to like, oh, I didn't forget my rope at home, and I pulled it out of my pack. You know what I mean? Like
Well, what-
something like that.
I was looking at, I didn't research any of your characters before. I thought it'd be quite nice to kind of find each other on that
Same here.
first ship. And yeah, you got a coil of cord. And I'm like, what the hell is the coil of cord for? I mean, most of us like the jar of spices. These things have value. The trader's almanac. You get astrocartography.
Well, the
But-
coil of cord was going to be if we subdued one of those fuckers.
Time
You're
up.
going to wrap them up. Yeah.
or you're suddenly going to be like, what's his name from Wonder Woman? This makes you tell the
Yes.
truth, you bastard. I'm wrapping you up in a coil of cord. Anyway, all right,
that was
guys.
so
Look,
much
you guys go
fun.
get some sleep. This is great. And
Well,
Susan,
they're on the
thank
West
you.
Coast. It's not even that
Yeah,
late
it's
for
only
them.
like it's 10:40 for me right now.
Yeah.
Like I got
Yeah.
Oh,
another
fuck.
hour.
And other people are looking
Yeah,
at
no.
like 1 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, it's
So it's
1:41 for
Big
me.
country.
Yeah.
It's like Aussie, 5
Oh,
hours
I'm gonna go to the
difference.
bank tomorrow, and I'm gonna make someone just fucking really upset tomorrow because I'm like, I'm sorry, you wanted what? No, thank you. No, but hey, you guys have a great one. Let me know if y'all ever want to do something like this again. I'll be
Sure, man.
happy
Absolutely.
to.
Yep.
Susan, I'd be happy to DM also if you ever do want to, like, you know what I mean.
Oh
Swap
yeah,
it
yeah.
out.
Like when the actual rules drop, like I'm open to get like a sub channel in here. I'll like bully Holy Teaspoon into like making like a sub RPG channel.
Hell
Cool.
yeah. All right,
Cool.
boys. Peace.
Good night, mate. Signing off. Cheers, guys.